So have you upgraded your chair so you can point and look at whichever one of us you're talking to?
It's probably the best opening to a stream ever. You there? You there, I am talking to you. Well then, on that note, good evening ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a little bit of Engineer Wars, which we're doing live this time, because we figured, why the hell not? It seems like the sort of thing we could kind of do live, perhaps a little bit better than we managed to do Top Engineer. So perhaps we'll switch them around a little. We'll see. Anyway, without further ado, come meet... Ooh, get rid of that. Come meet our teams for tonight and our challenge. And while we do so, I will welcome our resident experts, Mr. Tex Fire.
Good evening.
How are you doing, sir? I know you're over in Texas. Hope everything is well with yourself, at least.
I'm doing well. It's a little damp up where I'm at, but not nearly as bad as it is in other places. So.
Mm-hmm. And of course, none other than the Clang Master himself, Mr. Wedgie.
I resent that.
Oh, I see how it is. They've just pushed me out of the way, and then they're all hanging around back there.
No. The word is resemble, not resent. You resemble.
That's the one. Hello to everybody in chat. We did figure, yeah, why not go live? So tonight we have two fine teams, ready and assembled. Let me make sure I get these guys the right way around. We will begin on the right-hand side here with the bomb squad. Bomb standing, not just for bomb, no. Standing for better, broken objects made better. We have Bowman Rutu, Farrell, GLD, I think it's GLD? E. Wandering Madman, and the other one who's turned his broadcasting off. Who is that? It's Donna Keys, isn't it? Of course it's Donna Keys. Donna Keys, that is a very, very pretty drill you have there. Wonderful. And they will be going up against. The right side. Better dead than Wedge. Ironically, led by Wedge. Well, not led by Wedge, but their expert will be Wedge. With Alchemy, I read them off the Discord chat, it's easier. With Alchemy, Frosty, Mind Cozy, Ulpadrak, and Zavara. And tonight's challenge, hopefully it's going to be a fun one for you fellas. Because tonight, that's right, we're going sumo wrestling. It's a strongman challenge, all building up to the main event, a sumo wrestle beatdown. So before we start, as previously, let's go and have a look around our challenge and I'll see if I can do a nice cool flyby with the pad while I do so. So, out the back of our team's doors, and of course what they're building is going to have to fit through this space, although you'll find that there's greater space constraints than that, we have the first of three events. This first event's broken down into 3 stages. They will start off with the 10-pin bowling. So they must make sure that they have hit and moved all 10 of the pins, if we want to call them pins, moving up to the over-under. I don't know what you want to call this, but either way, they can choose here to go over the blocks either side, or be narrow enough to fit down the middle. Maybe that'll be advantageous later. Then the battlefield. All of these objects are movable, but you're going to have to push your way through all of this stuff, all the way around to what I guess we'll call the whoops. They're kind of rally-style whoops of sorts that'll hopefully mess you up. And then finally, you must make it out through the finish with our 2 experts in their own mini-vehicles trying to stop you from doing so. So they're going to be there trying to block your path. This should be fun. Can't wait till that moment where the expert turns against his team.
I'm looking forward to that, to be honest.
Damn right. Event 2 will be literally da tractor pull. That's funny. Where the teams will have to have a mechanism on board their sumo vessel in order to be able to hitch onto this somehow. There will be some rules. We'll explain details at the time as to how they can adapt this vehicle to be hitchable. And then it will be the first person to make it to the end of our apparently very strobe lighty corridor. If that gets too bad, I will have to do something about it. And we will be timing this race here, and I've now got myself, let's have a look, bring these up for you guys. Ready? So let's do that timer. Oh, Look, we've got an overall timer. And we've got a race timer. Yeah, it's almost like I was ready for this. So they'll be racing down to the end. If we end up in the scenario where a team doesn't make it down to the end and we can't do it on time, we will do it on distance. And then finally, our main event. You guys knew it was happening. The Sumo Ring. 3 rounds, or best of 3 I should say. First person to get pushed off the edge loses. Simple as that. Can you build a vehicle that's designed to stay in this ring while be maneuverable enough to get round your opponents? And of course, we've got a few little touches in here to make things interesting. This is where the judges will be sitting, keeping track of the scores. First to 3 should be a fun little event. And the most important part of this whole thing, the damage you take in this game is on. The arena is all invulnerable, but your ships aren't. You are also not allowed to repair them. If need be, we have some emergency rules for if a team ends up with a ship that's a vehicle that's too damaged to be able to continue, then we will obviously need to fall back on that. But the idea is this is a big battle of attrition. So we have tested all these events, we know they all work. We're going to give our teams half an hour strict to build their vessels capable of getting the hell around this. I hope you guys are feeling up to the task. Let's jump in quickly, shall we, guys? Well, I mean, what do you two think? How are you feeling about the challenge we built for them today? I think this is a pretty good one.
I think it's a fine challenge that we've ruined for these ones. They're going to have to figure out exactly how to spend their vehicle on the course of this, and whether it's going to be advantageous for them to go for pure speed and time, or whether it's more important for that vehicle to be maintained all the way to the end. I'll be interested to see what choices they make on that.
Yep.
I think the design of the vehicle, without it sounded like Captain Obvious, is going to have to be very carefully thought out so it can be somewhat adapted depending on the circumstances that it's going to be facing. Because we do have quite a wide range of scenarios that they're going to have to face, from having to shift a load of obstacles out of the way to dragging the tractor, and then of course the sumo wrestle. So
there's a lot there, isn't there? There's a lot of stuff that they're going to have to get about. Now, I should probably ditch trying to be all cinematic about this and just go and give people some really key measurements before we do anything more. Because there are a few pretty key measurements that come from the form of these squares here. Your vehicle is not allowed to exceed these squares. These squares are 5 blocks by 5 blocks. Nice and easy. 5 large by 5 large. As long as you're in those dimensions, you're fine. However, it will also note that this is 5 large blocks wide, and the middle section is 3 large blocks wide. So they might want to keep that in mind when considering these things. And of course, the whole course is quite tight. Yes, I have noticed, don't worry guys, I have noticed that guys on Discord are a bit low, and versus me, I am tweaking things a little bit as best I can.
Also worth mentioning that there are some blocks which are not allowed. Nothing that allows them to fly over an obstacle is allowed, so no thrusters, no weapons.
Yep, no thrusters, no weapons, no landing gear. Those are the 3 bad boys for this challenge, and of course you need to fit within those dimensions, so your vehicle needs to be capable of completing those challenges at the same time. So just before we begin, let's go and see. In fact, I think we should just get guys lined up and start this off. We can go and disturb them while they're trying to build. That'd be a far better way of talking to them. Well then. Everyone needs to cheer if they're ready. I want to see those arms in the air. Really cheesy about this. Yeah, I'm seeing those cheers. Guns in the air. In which case, the main event, the main timer. Ooh, I just reset. Back up again, there we go. Main event, the main timer, the main everything starts in 5, 4, 3. I like how the 4 just didn't go. 2, 1. go. And let's start that timer on the stream as well. There is their 30 minutes on screen. Let's see what they get up to. The server immediately lags up as they start going. And I will let the experts get back to their teams. See if they can make sure, don't do too much, guys. You're there to advise. You're there to maybe help with a bit of your knowledge of the track itself. But not too much more than that.
May the best team win, and by that I mean boom.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas Wedge can't say anything.
I'm going to be honest.
Better Wedge than dead.
To be honest, I kind of support Bomb in this one, but we'll see what we can do. See you later. Not biased or anything.
No, not at all, clearly.
All right.
Right, you do.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, this is a scramble since we didn't hit
Hello.
rules, since we didn't have the stream open.
Okay,
Hey guys, so you didn't hear the rules.
Questions about the challenges. Oh, go ahead, Wes.
Didn't hear the rules, didn't have the stream open, so you
Nope,
didn't even see
since we didn't
the track layout.
Nope, we're gonna wing it.
I did. I saw some
One
of
of
it.
us did.
It'll be fine.
Just
We
so
didn't
you
want the
know,
stream snipe, so
That's,
we decided
that's
not
not
to open
slide
the
over
stream.
here, guys.
Yeah,
It needs
so
to
the
be
box
5
for
by
your
5.
vehicle needs to be 5 by 5. Your vehicle has to fit within 5 large box by 5 large box,
Okay.
and it has to be able to fit underneath that door.
As well, the best thing you can have is a wedge as close to the floor as possible, which is ironic given your name. If you can get your wedge underneath their vehicle or underneath their front wheels and lift them ever so slightly, you have such a massive advantage when it comes to sumo.
Yeah, so you guys probably do have a bit of an advantage here, what with your resident expert literally being an expert on this particular field when it comes to engineering of robotic battlecraft, essentially. So what is your early plans? I mean, I guess I heard some of it. Have you got any thoughts as to the overall layout of the vehicle?
Lots of wheels and mass blocks.
Wheels and mass blocks, okay, interesting. And then any thoughts on your hitch?
Not yet.
Okay, so it would be worth mentioning, and this is what I meant about sort of expanding a bit. The hitch, you will be allowed to build stuff onto that tractor in order to hitch onto. But your timer starts when the timer goes. So anything you work on to the tractor has to be done within your time. You understand what I mean? So if you need to put a rotor on there to hook up to, for example, or a connector or something like that, you can do that. But it has to come out of your total race time in order to do so. And do remember, you can't use landing gear on the vehicle. You can use them here to build with, of course. That would be a bit unfair otherwise. Cool. So let's go look with the other guys then. I'll leave you guys to it. We're quiet and we're getting on.
Else. Like, I'll start with the armor plating. That's
All right,
I can
guys.
do,
So
the
what's your basic plan here? What's your angle of attack on this?
the basic plan is to build a truck out of small blocks, and then make it a. So we have 3 basic teams. We have one team building a car.
No idea. What are they doing with
Truck
this
out of
huge
basic
platform
sorry,
they've
small
got?
blocks. One team of 2 people building the armor
Massive,
panels
great
that are going to be put on it. So if the armor panels aren't finished in time, you at least have the truck finished. And one team of 2.
So I'm going to jump out of both chats for the moment, and for the sake of, in fact, let's bring this one up in the corner so you guys can watch what they're doing while I go around the rest of the course, and we can talk a little bit about some of the things that they're going to need to keep in mind, and at the same time, I can go back over the rules and so on, because I know there's some guys in chat that have missed that and so on. So today's challenge is all about kind of a tough man competition. It's all about building a big, brawly sumo car. So they're making wheeled vehicles that are going to have to complete 3 challenges that begin with this one, 3 stages. Now this first stage is like super duper easy. This is not a troublesome stage in reality. Knocking these things over, very straightforward. They don't even have to knock them over really, they just need to, 10-pin bowling style, get them out of the way. So this is kind of just going to hold them up time-wise if they get stuck too far in the corner. But it's going to require, as a lot of this course does, maneuverability. Maneuverability is going to be key. So as we move on, we come over to this, which is an interesting kind of enforcement of the rules for them. Pardon me. How horrible. Either side, we have the sort of up and over route, which is fine, but it keeps your wheels having to be exactly that width. Or you limit the entire vehicle to fit down the middle, which I doubt anyone's going to do. I doubt anyone's going to go for something this small. I think they'll all go massive with it. And yeah, if guys in chat, if anyone's got ideas for what we should do on Engineer Wars or on Top Engineer, hit me up in the comments and so on. There's so many at the moment, I struggle to read them all, but I am on top of them, and when we use people's ideas, trust that we will credit for them and so on as well. So we move on to this next section, and this next section really isn't much of an issue. This next section, these things are much easier to move than you think they will be. There's just a few little nasties hidden inside that you want to avoid. There's these blocks down the back here. We've got these horrible little caltrop things that Tex made that can get stuck underneath your vehicle. And you've got to remember, block damage is on. So this is almost a check of how low are you? Are you capable of actually pushing? The early check of are you capable of pushing? But aside from that, it's, you know, they might get jammed up. But that's kind of what's going on with this stuff. There's a little bit of challenge as we come round as far as these horrible things here. This is almost a punishment for using too small wheels. Or potentially too. You can call me stupid. And then this is all sort of preparing really, stage 3. Giving them an opportunity to mess up, take a bit of damage, because the whole way through this is a battle of attrition where they can't repair damage at all. Until we get to this bit, where Tex and Wedge will be fighting to stop them from crossing the finish line. Which is sort of their first test of can they sumo. These vehicles are quite small, they're quite light. So it's not like, you know, their vehicles are going to be much, much bigger. These things are considerably smaller than anything they'll make, I imagine. But we'll see. And they've got to push through here, they've got to make it across that little area into what is going to be the tug. Now, the special rules for the tug, which I didn't let the streams know guys know yet, but I'm going to go and jump in and slowly let them know during the sort of build at the moment, is that this is how the Rancor currently stands. They are allowed, as you heard, to build stuff onto the Rancor. So if they want to come in here and attach a rotor on the back to hitch up to, for example, or a connector at a different height, they can do that, but they're going to have to get out of their vehicle to do that, and it's all going to be on the clock. But the Rancor is completely heavy armor. This thing weighs 2,500 kilograms. Not 2,500, 250,000 kilograms, because it's all heavy armor, it's really heavy, its brakes are on, it is hard to move. So this is a proper strong man pulling the truck, or in this case, that tractor. And then they're going to end up beaten and bruised, hopefully, from the two relatively easy first challenges that are all going to be time-based, kind of try and get them to want the early points before they come into the real challenge, which is the sumo. And this is where they're going to be taking a lot of damage, and someone's got to get to 3 points. So you could end up with a whitewash. But I'm thinking much more likely this round is going to end up being decided by who takes the least damage as they go through. So that's our sumo ring. Let's go and have a look and see how our two teams are doing. Got the time-lapse POV, so already the red team, which I believe is better Wedge, this is the Wedge team, have some sort of mindset, but don't seem to have much of an idea of what the scoop's going to be like yet. Of course, it's all well and good Wedgie guiding them. He can't actually build it for them, so this is sort of building by numbers with Wedge here. That's not the Rancor you remember from Survival. No, that's not the Rancor. That's a vehicle I built called that tractor. That's before the Rancor. It is nothing like as good. It's all heavy armor. It doesn't drive very well. It's just quite orky, is the idea. We got some cool details in this place as well. And the plan later down the line is to be able to release this map for you guys to play on. So once we've got like a bunch of different challenges on here, you can just release it as like the challenge map, where you can go around building stuff to try different places, different ways of messing around, having fun with it. Okay, so we were returning to what these guys are doing, and I was on somewhat of a stupid point of view. Okay, so both teams have somewhat of an idea. I don't know what this is all about. What do you think they're doing? I really don't. Are they trying to work out what the absolute maximum size in small blocks can be? I think the other team just rattled that off the top of their head by a calculation. And again, I think it's 25 by 25. But we'll see. Let's go and find out what they're up to. Blue team, what are you doing?
So this one here?
I'm gonna build it. Yeah, that's this the front.
Okay.
The back is supposed to be a V. So keep in mind that the car they're building fits in this 3x3 area, and just try to keep a bit of area clear for the wheels. If you work on the back, I'll work on the front and the sides.
Okay, sounds good.
So what exactly are you guys up to?
We are building a truck with armor paneling on it, so if they ram us during the Sumo, we can.
You don't lose wheels,
Bones up.
basically.
Yeah, so they will just bounce off. I'm
Basically, a
not
truck
really
with
saying.
sometimes.
Yes.
Okay, so that
we're
is all
building
about the
backup
Sumo
truck
stage.
plus jump. Yes. We didn't even hear since we muted the stream. We didn't hear that there is a tow challenge. We are going like 5 minutes before that. We'll look at a hooking mechanism, how we hook the.
Okay,
Just
well,
go with the connector,
one of
I
the things I
guess.
do need to fill you
Yeah,
guys
just
in
go
on.
with the connector or something that's sticking out of the front of the armor, I'm guessing.
Okay, well, one of the things I do need to fill you
Out
guys
of the
in on
back,
is
because that way we can tow
you
it.
can't modify your vehicle when you get there, but you can add things if you need to the tractor in order to
Yes.
add a hitch for yourselves, if you know what I mean. However, that will be on your build time. So,
Yeah.
You'll be racing when you're adding that stuff.
Yeah. By the way, Farrell, just so you are building like a slope upwards. We should really have a V shape here at the back. So if let's say, for example, let's say the ram is from the back, we don't want them pushing us forward. We want them sliding off, like they might ring
These
themselves
guys have
out
a
if
very,
they
very
ram us.
clear idea of
Like
what
Already
we
they're
have
want
doing.
the strength at the
One
front.
bug raised its head there, Wasted. The new bug where if you delete off part of a grid and it drops, you can't delete it.
You can't get rid of it. Yeah, we've been playing with bugs a lot today, haven't we? It's been fun. That's why
Yeah.
there's so much debris just kicking around on the floor here. There's a multiplayer bug at the moment where you can't delete,
I'm
Some
assuming
grids.
this is at the front here.
so I'll be a kind man and get rid of these for them.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, this is just.
What you have there is you have the ramp that you're going to have to either go around or you're going to have to go over.
So chat, what do you
I'm
reckon
gonna
so
go over
far?
it. Otherwise,
It's early days. Let
Because
me
there's
jump
too
out of
much
this
time.
channel again so I can speak more cleanly. Early days, what do you guys think about how the early builds are? We've got something already looking very complex and kind of spiny down this side. And then, I don't know, well, you've got a different wheel approach as well. These guys want to go for lots of these 3x3s. The other guys are clearly not going to be able to fit anything like that many.
Mr.
My
Wasted,
controllers
we
are
already have a
electric.
first question that I don't have an answer for.
Oh, okay.
Are all the contestants supposed to be seated on the vehicle like
Yes,
last
please.
week, or is it just the one operator?
No, I find it far more fun to
The
have them
whole
all sitting on there.
Sounds great.
And like last week, it'll be one driver per event. So because we have 3 events and then that last one, they'll be switching around quite a lot. Everyone will drive at least once.
Sounds good. All right.
I don't know what this is either. The wheel armor looks like an interesting approach, but is this actually going to be heavy enough to support itself? And they're putting a rotor on the front of it. No, guys. Not a rotor. Surely you know this. I mean, it's not as bad as a piston, but no. You've got a central core section that are definitely trying to keep relatively well armored. See all the batteries and everything down the middle line, which is a good call because these things are going to take a pounding. Someone's going ham with the mirroring. Proper ham with the mirroring. I have no idea why that other side, why over here we ended up with there's like this huge platform that they're building it all. It's just so they could test if they could go up and down this stuff or what? They're already testing the clearance on their bulldozer or whatever you want to call it. Is this going to be backwards? So turning both of these is going to be hell. I think that's something they've both forgotten when it comes to the last challenge. The last challenge is going to be, like with previous episodes, worth double points. And these guys are going to need to be agile more than anything else. Either than that, or you're just relying on who can push the hardest or scoop the hardest. Agility is going to really, really matter. And I can't see... I mean, this one looks to me to be the most agile of the two designs. This thing, there's no way there's any agility in that. They don't even have room to properly space the wheels. Look how they've got the wheels down. You can't make those turn properly. There'll be too much friction against each other, so they're going to run into a big problem with just their general wheel layout on this, I think, yeah, Better Dead than Wedge might have some early problems, because Wedgie always uses a specific design that's for great for robots, if you're doing those. But the problem with that is we're not doing robots, and he relies on gyro steering for that. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Are they going for the smaller layout? I don't know if this thing's wide enough. It's kind of... They're really gonna stretch to fit in that. They're like just about the width necessary to straddle it, but only just. That's going to be a right pain. That they might fall off this section and beach themselves on that stage. There's always the possibility in this entire race for someone to screw something up hard, break the vehicle, and then that got to limp round the rest of it. So this is one where I think playing safe is almost more valuable than anything else. Good to see Wedgie sitting back here as well. So what do you guys in chat think so far? How's it looking? We've got a couple of relatively clear vehicles here now. They're starting to sort of take form. What do you think is looking like the most likely candidates so far? Do we have Better Dead than Wedge's, well, literal wedge, not surprisingly, that doesn't seem to be able to turn? Or do we have the large wheel, 5x5 wheel, sort of almost off-road buggy? You can see the influence, I think, here of potentially the two experts at work. Not really sure. I think neither really has enough wheels, says Clockwork. I'll bet on the red team, says Matthew Sutton. Gonna fall and get stuck, says Ethan Volumer. Yeah, I think I might be with you. Oh, I missed a Imperial Thought of the Day during that as well. The super chat. I am a terrible streamer. Very, very sorry. Commissar Vox gives us the Imperial Thought of the Day. The machines of the Omnissiah are the chariots of the Emperor's will. Serve them well. Well, these are the sort of things, I think there was a quote in my special loading screens to do with stuff even the Mechanicum would... Well, I forgot the quote now. It was a really good quote as well, about excommunicating the machine spirit. Oh well. The big one's not going to turn, we reckon. Joel just doesn't believe that big one's going to turn. I personally think the big one's got more chance of turning than this one, unless you mean the other way around. It's very hard to tell. Man, how do I get into one of these comps? That's a great question, Zach Lee. Basically, this is all run through my the channel that we use on the Armco Discord, link down in the description, and I now have a team application form, so I'm looking for teams of 4 or 5 who are going to commit to being around on a certain time so that we can get these things either recorded or streamed, and everybody's welcome. The whole point is if you guys can put a team together, then stick in your application. I'll make sure that's linked down in the description after the stream as well. I like to see that they're doing a test at the back there. But even if you don't have a team, you can't get a team, you don't think you've got enough friends to do that or whatever, you know, guys that have space engineers, then get into the Discord channel. There'll be plenty of people. Like half of Red Team tonight are just from the channel tonight because they ran out a couple of players that couldn't make it. Why would they use rotors? It's better than if a team chooses to use pistons. It does look like our bomb squad have decided to just avoid any sort of mechanical moving blocks whatsoever so far. But that might be because they're leaving the pull challenge till the very end. They're just kind of sacrificing all 3 of those points. Both teams seem to be going for a connector approach to it as well. Let's go listen in to what better dead than Wedge can do his ups.
Oh, I see Mr. Wasted Spaces just.
Oh, he's
appeared.
just observing. Just observing, are you? I'm here to
am
subtly
observing.
listen, not to let
Oh.
you know.
Well, when there's a little ding dong as you come in, it's kind of hard to miss it.
So what is going on with this? You had a rotor and now you've abandoned it.
Rotor headache.
Rotor headache.
Yeah. Gonna go for a rotor-mounted blast door wedge that can be raised and lowered depending on the circumstances.
Are you still planning
So
that?
the
Or?
idea is, because the blasters don't deform, they make a very good leading edge. So if you can just drop it down and get it to scrape the floor, you can get underneath the other vehicle during the Sumo. Hopefully just lift it off its wheels ever so slightly so you can have the advantage when it comes to pushing round.
Fair enough. Well, I
The thing's
don't.
built almost entirely out of heavy armour as well, so it's going to be difficult to push around as well. So in that sense, it should be quite a beast. to
Yeah,
win.
true. I noticed your team are just like hard at work, not getting anything from them because it seems that they're at least conscious that there's only 8 minutes and 29 seconds, 28 seconds remaining. Well over your 2/3 of your time has already gone. Just so you know. Yeah, you have not very long.
About 30 to 40, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
Run your
Hold on.
friction at, I wouldn't run it any higher than 20. I would run dampeners at 90. And I would run your strength once you get the armor on. But generally, I start off in the 15 to 20% range if I'm building with heavy armor.
All right. Thank you.
Doesn't sound too bad. So, guys, I
learned
just
from the
wanted to
master.
give you
This
a
is
bit of a
currently,
heads up
rear heavy.
because
Yeah.
it surprised me. You do know there's only 7 minutes and 6 seconds left, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Backup plans are in progress.
Backup plans are in progress. I like that. It seems to be the best use for the large amount of people on the teams. It's just like, all right, 3 people build 3 different things, and one of them will work.
Yes. Yep.
Pretty much.
I'm optimistic that unlike last week, we might actually get a test drive in before time is up.
Is there anyone that's not doing anything right now?
Right
Since-
now, yeah, me.
Go
what do
look
we
at the
do?
truck. Go
Which
look
one?
at the tractor, the one we have to pull, and see
Whereabouts is
what.
it?
Whereabouts is it? I don't know.
Am
If
I
you
allowed
go
to
to the
actually go
back
over
of
there?
the building that we're in,
I'm allowed to go over there?
you will
Alright.
find the truck. You're allowed to go
Whoa,
over
there's-
there as long as you
I had a
don't
bag.
modify it.
That was me, but it's fine. It's fine. It didn't clang.
Wasted, how do you feel about if we pasted in a copy of the tow vehicle to
In
the-
each one. Yeah, I was going to say that, but then that's 2 more vehicles kicking around in the world.
That's right. I'm over here looking at it now.
Okay,
No,
Just
that's
so
fine.
you guys
That's
know,
glass.
it's
That's a
heavy.
glass foil.
Yeah, that thing is heavy.
Also, keep in mind that your wheel settings will need to change according to the conditions that you're in right now at that moment. So while you may not have as much power when you're unladen, I would definitely be ready to kick up the power settings once you're starting to tow that vehicle.
Alrighty.
Same thing with the friction.
Mhm.
Just remember, it's
So
not
it has a
seven,
connector on it. 1, 2, 3,
and you are at 5.5
Okay,
minutes, guys.
Mostly fitted the armor. If somebody can help me rebuild this small part at the back and help me fit it to it, since it's a bit too much forward, but I can't do anything about that now. Then I'm gonna join these 2 pieces, and I'm gonna bring the piston down and join them all together. Can somebody do that for me?
If I do that, we are not going to have a backup vehicle at this point.
To copy it, but I've
I would
really
also
got
do
to
that
see
on the
this.
final vehicle.
The
Got to
connector
see
is
this.
8.
It just sounds
Okay, was
amazing.
not working on this one anymore.
It's like, okay, there is one vehicle that has the armor on it, but it just needs to be fitted right now. If we can focus on...
We got a donation from Zach Lee. Wouldn't the secret to turning big rotors be inverting propulsion via toolbar on cockpit? Maybe. I mean, that doesn't turn you. That does 180 for you. It doesn't do a 90 for you, though, does it? Also, I'm seeing gyros, don't they, run the fun? Yes, but I had a chat with Wedgie earlier about how they had to be used if he was going to use gyros like this. So the rule with that is he can't not have any wheel friction. So he can't just spin on the spot. That won't work. But yes, there is a pulling challenge. There is a pushing challenge, essentially, and then there is a sumo wrestling challenge. And so far, I'm just not particularly confident that these guys are going to get done. They're just looking so incomplete in comparison. The fast build work's so difficult to do. I like the fact that they've got so many different people working on it together. There's 3 minutes left, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left of their build. And look how many versions they've got, none of which look like they're complete. None of them. Oh, poor blue team. How about red? I mean, these guys are looking complete. But they have gone with a design that I'm just not sure about, honestly. It's good, but I'm not sure about it. It's not that well protected, and it's big. Like, they maxed out their available size, didn't they? They are literally as wide as they possibly can be, and I think that might come back to bite them. They went for maximum size. And blinding lights apparently is the answer as well. We just kind of kill you with those. Oh, they're running low on time now. 2 minutes 30. Is there anything happening on the blue side that actually looks like they might pull it back together? No! I'm going to start RP. I need to be able to RP walk between the two sides. Oh, no, I don't. The sim speed is god awful. It's down to 0.4 because of the 0.5, sorry, because of the amount of copies everyone spawned in and all the building that's going on. Look at this. Oh, that's horrible. Space Engineers is sort of capable. And we can do really good $10 million man impressions. We can rebuild him. So, I think they've got a minute and 44 seconds left. That's just about enough time for me to go and give which team could do with some hassle. Let's go and give red team a little bit more hassle rather than they don't need it. Yep. Oh hey.
Oh, you're back.
I see you have cheaty gyros.
Well, you didn't say we couldn't have cheaty
I know.
gyros.
As long as you're obeying the same rules we had earlier.
Yeah, there's no thrusters. There's no
Yeah,
landing gear.
indeed. So you're gonna need friction. Good, good. Done any
We're
tests?
playing fair.
You're never
playing-
playing fair. Don't even pretend, Wedgie. That's not how it works.
Shut up. I'm behaving myself tonight.
Any secret weapons aboard?
Not a secret now. I think the great big scoop on the front's, pretty
Not
obvious.
that secret.
Yeah.
I see you've got the blinders as well.
Well, I guess, warfare is on multiple planes, so there's psychological, there's just playing straight up disabling the enemy, making them blind, and then there's pummeling words.
Yeah, I know they're hard.
Submission. They're hard. It's a late night.
Okay, we got 15 seconds. Just so
Oh.
you know. 13.
That's,
I'm gonna go jump the other team because they're the ones that are really gonna need stopping.
Okay.
gonna be our best bet.
6,
No, it's too low, too low.
5, 4, 3,
Cut it loose.
Oh,
Cut it
jeez.
loose.
Going.
1,
What just
and you're done.
And we don't have a working vehicle, do we?
You do.
We do?
And we're loose.
Please.
Okay, stop building, please.
Stop building. Go and tidy up the mess you have
Don't
made.
question that,
Keep versions that need. Clear up the rest. Guys, of course, please stop building. Clear up any mess you have kicking around. Bring the version you have ready down to the front as previously. You'll remove the wall. Stop building. I can see you building on the back. Stop it. Stop it. I should.
Do you want me to remove the wall again?
Yeah, I've got screenshot evidence of what your vehicle looks like now. Stop building. Yeah, please just drive out the front. I'll go and jump to the other team, and yeah, then we'll have a quick chat and so on.
Okay.
That's going to help us out with Sumo.
All right, you guys. Better not be any more building.
Nope.
No,
There
we're just deciding which one of the patchwork vehicles we made will actually
who's
be chosen.
who's to actually use?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of brilliant. Well, we're going to do a reveal like we did last time, so you know where to drive it to once you've decided which one of your wrecks to
So,
Okay.
bring
Let's
along.
check them all out. Is this one?
okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and stand over here. So if
This
you
one
guys
doesn't
will
have
bring
enough.
your candidates, decide which one you're gonna use, and set it up here in the front.
Guys, which one has the best ground clearance? Because
It's
otherwise we're
decision
not gonna
time.
get over the obstacle course.
We'll go with the blue one over here.
This one doesn't
Yeah,
have
I
any ground
agree on the
clearance.
blue one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
it's
doesn't have
too.
any-
The center of gravity is too high on it.
Yeah.
That's true.
And we're not
Guys,
going to be
put-
able to drop
put
down
it-
the
put it to a
suspension
vote.
much, so.
You have the up armored with the bulldozer plow, or you have the blue one that was being built in the center. Which one? Or you have the backup. Which one would you like to go with?
Don't
Which
take
one is
too
the
long
backup?
about it.
That's the one here on the back.
The one in the rear.
Oh well, don't take
That
too
just
long
got the
about
wheel
it,
settings.
guys. Get up the front.
Yeah, I'm voting for blue here.
We're going with blue. If we can
Yeah.
set the wheel settings right, we can go with blue.
Okay. Then drive your choice forward.
Yes. That's the seat. That's my seat.
Everybody hop on the vehicle.
Grab a seat, and remember, keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times until the ride comes to a complete stop. Thank you for riding Bomb Squad Express.
Well then. Good to know that this team couldn't even make up their mind which one of their vehicles they wanted to bring. I mean, to be fair, that is the one that makes by far the most sense. But look, already they've got... They're not fast. Those rear wheels are hanging up. In fact, the wheels aren't even all set up right. Look. They're all turning in weird directions. Oh, they're never going to be able to drive that like that. Yeah, red team are using tank steering, so they have to stop to turn to some extent, or slow down their movement. The faster they're going, the less they can move. These guys are going too far and have forgotten which bit of wall we were. Oh well. Oh. Oh. We have an incident, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Well, that's a way to make this go to hell. Oh, God.
Well,
Oh, my word. Really?
Clang and some malicious fuckery just happened.
That wasn't malicious fuckery. That was someone missing when trying to delete stuff. Of it.
I said malicious fuckery.
Malicious means it was intentional.
Maybe it was. Who knows? I will say it was probably better dead than Wedge that did it.
Yeah, I suspect
yeah,
it was your
there
team
was-
trying to clear up the mess you'd just made. I saw it.
Oh, that went well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, in reality, it was Wedgie. Not Wedgie
Well, I
himself,
didn't
but
do
one
it.
of his team, we suspect, because their vehicle had just exploded violently into a shower of pieces. I think they were trying to clean up. Did you manage to get a copy of your vehicle, perhaps?
I'm working on that. Yeah.
Someone has a copy.
Okay, please get them to paste it in and everybody get copies and blueprints. There is no save to go back to, so make sure you have that.
Okay.
So, I guess we're going to be going to, well, what passes for a commercial break on one of my streams, because we're going to have to reload this map, I guess you guys have realised. This is, I wish there was like a creative mode tool where you could, oh there is, I can turn off copy paste. Give only Tex and Wedge the ability to do that. Yeah, I think I might turn off copy paste in the world settings and make it so that only you and Wedge can do it, and me.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Cool. Okay. And this is the latest version, yeah?
I believe so.
Okay, right. Let me just get a quick name for it and then a save.
I was thinking something like the Wedger.
Did you guys lock the rotor? Like, what caused the boom?
We don't really know. We think one of our wheels sunk into the ground and then decided it didn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah,
understand
possibly
that.
I was tweaking the wheel settings too much.
Ah, yeah. So it did kind of almost bounce its way into a block. Well, anyway, we will be reloading. Please make sure you've got a
Wedge.
blueprint of that.
Alright, I've got a blueprint of it now. I'm just naming it.
Oh,
Alright, I'm gonna.
that's why I couldn't.
Definitely got one, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got one. Alright.
You guys have a copy of the vehicle, everything's sound. I'm gonna reload and go to a commercial break.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Good. Reloading. In this picture, there are 47 people, and none of them can be seen. In this film, we hope to show you how not to be seen. This is Mr. E.R. Bradshaw of Napier Court, Black Lion Road, London, SE14. He cannot be seen. Now I'm going to ask him to stand up. Mr. Bradshaw, will you stand up, please? This demonstrates the value of not being seen. In this picture, we cannot see Mrs. B.J. Smegma of 13 The Crescent, Belmont. Mrs. Smegma, will you stand up, please? This is Mr. Nesbit of Harlow Newtown. Mr. Nesbit, will you stand up, please? Mr. Nesbit has learnt the first lesson of how not to be seen, not to stand up. However, he has chosen a very obvious piece of cover. Mr. E.V. Lambert of Homely, the Burrows, Oswestry, has presented us with a poser. We do not know which bush he is behind, but we can soon find out. Mr. and Mrs. Watson of Hull chose a very cunning way of not being seen. When we called at their house, we found they had gone away on 2 weeks' holiday. However, a neighbour told us where they were. And here is the neighbour who told us where they were. And here is where he lived. And this is where he was born. And now for something completely different. Sorry for the delay, guys. I'm just giving people a chance to get back into the game. So, yeah, maybe this is more enjoyable.
Congratulations. You have been selected as the potential winner of today's free iPhone 7, PlayStation 4 or Samsung Galaxy S6. Please click OK to claim your prize before we give away to anyone else.
And it looks like we are back. These guys back in action. To get my second rig back into the game, but most of the people are back in and rejoined. I need to add some more commercials to my commercial breaks, definitely, and some guys in chat suggesting that I start adding, like, community ones. If you guys make something and send it to me and I think that's really hilarious or cool or whatever, then sure. Yeah, they were the... I can never pronounce this right. The Tachykoma, I think? By Janonymous. Up on the workshop if you want to look. In fact, he has made a whole bunch of Ghost in the Shell themed tanks and vehicles that all work off the same base concept that's really quite cool. But it looks like our teams are sort of desperately getting their vehicles into position. Might want to get them up with us. I don't know if they're using this as sneaky extra build time. I could imagine they probably are. Why would they not? Better not be building anything.
They're just
No,
repairing.
they're just repairing the clang damage.
Repairing the clang problems. I
Fixing
see.
the dents.
Tex, man. Well, if they can't join the mod channel up the top, R1, please drag them up. Let's go and have a joint chat before we remove this wall, shall we?
Okay, sounds good.
Wedge dude, better not be building anything over there.
We're not.
Good.
We're not. I'm keeping an eye on them.
Can you get your guys up into the channel above, please? They should just be able to join it. If they can't, you can always drag them.
Okay.
Are we sure you didn't mean the red team channel?
You put Donicus in the wrong one.
Hello. No. You're up here is where you're supposed to be.
Alright, everyone on the vehicle here.
All right.
Yep. I want to be on the right wheel.
I kind of want to set up the rotors again.
All I want to know is
Yeah.
who messed around with the nuclear weapons on the last round.
Wait, what?
Nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons.
Nuclear weapons?
Only
what are
Chekhov
you
is
talking
allowed to
about?
say that.
Can you tell us where the nuclear vessels are?
There we go.
Oh boy.
It was bound to happen eventually, wasn't it? Let's be fair.
So are you guys ready to show each other the monstrosities you've built? Because both of you look like you didn't quite... Well, one of you looked like you potentially got it done right up until the point where it exploded and you deleted the map. So that was great. Let's say, if there's any more deleting to be done, can we leave it to me? Just ask. I'll come and find it, I'll delete it, and I'll probably won't delete the base. I've almost deleted the base a lot of times this evening, building the map. So, I should be alright. I'm
If
I
trustworthy.
deleted it once.
At least the reload cleared up all the debris.
It did. The sim speed's actually up a bit. Quite nice.
Though your daft digital clock thing's still there.
Oh, I need to go and get rid of that. Forgot. 2 secs. This is a very cool thing, by the way. I'll show the guys on the stream this. I deleted it before the stream started, but I might as well show them now it's here. So yeah, this, guys, is made by Raverick. It doesn't work if you download it off the workshop by default. You have to fiddle with it a bit and change some of the projector offsets.
We will add the name later.
But
it's
it
just
is
not
a
named
fully
yet.
working
It has a
awesome
name.
game.
Just
I was
not named.
thinking the Wedger.
Look at this.
Just still untitled, call it that.
But it's
Oh,
affected
you're
by
on
sim
time.
speed,
Sorry,
so we
Andrew.
can't actually use it.
There are so many voices in this chat.
Got a
Too many voices.
Everybody
count down as well, but notice it remembers the position it's at
everybody.
as well. It's ridiculously cool. But that's up there.
Just
Little
as long as
shout
the
out to
strange
Raverick because
voices
he's a
don't
bit of a
tell me
legend.
to start doing things, we'll be fine.
But this thing is also a lag
Pet the cat.
creator.
Oh,
So
pet the cat. No, not the cat.
I knew it was going to do some damage. Last time, what I did last time was get under it myself because we can't die because it's in creative mode and that seemed to do the job quite nicely. Anyway, righty guys, you ready for a reveal? You ready to show each other the horror that is? Probably line up in front.
All right. Line up in front of the wall, gentlemen, and prepare to see the competition.
And Wedgie, you now know what I mean about removing the wall, right?
Yeah.
We did it wrong.
It's such a shame that the facepalm animation is not working right now.
Yeah.
Right. One sec. You all ready?
Looks like one side is ready. I want to hear the
Ready as
reactions to
fuck.
what you guys see on the other side as well. Okay, we're set up. Let's reveal.
Okay. Sometime today, please, Essie.
It's two cool looking vehicles as well.
That's a bonus if they work.
Indeed, but the question is, can they do the tasks they need to do?
Okay.
Oh, hell no.
Wait.
Ah, that one's so
What
bright.
is...
Someone's so bright is the
sorry,
first
but what
reaction.
is-
Who's too right? It has
What is that?
Ice? Is
Why
that an ice cream
does
truck
it
that you
have
guys have built?
lights? Why does that flickering lights?
That's an ice cream truck. That's not an actual sumo truck.
It doesn't have the sound block though.
This
Didn't
thing?
you guys
It's so
hear?
blue.
Didn't you guys see Wedgie's design last week? Wedgie's design,
Yeah.
Wedgie, the team that Wedgie was on, that thing had stupid strobe lights on it as well. I can't help but feel
Yes.
like that's mostly what
yeah.
he's promoting as
Yeah, it's a spiritual
expert.
successor.
I remember very well.
It's definitely a Wedgehog aesthetic at this point.
I will say I am quite a fan of RGB computers, so it's only carrying over in my expertise.
Not
Which is
only you,
ironic,
sir.
considering I was the one who
It
designed
reminds
the
me of
car
a
with the
sandwich.
flashing lights in Escape from Mars.
Does it remind anyone else of a sandwich, like having a slice of bread on top, having cheese in the middle, and then
Hamburger.
a slice of bread on the bottom?
Yeah, it needs like a tomato up on top of it, you know? Just like a
Yeah.
bunch of
Like
red lobster
cheese.
shaped tomato. That'll work.
So you guys made food, my guys made an actual car.
Or no, wait a minute. Is this supposed to be a poached egg?
There's a poached egg in the middle. That's
It
it.
does
Yeah,
sort of look like an egg.
nicely cooked as well. Look at that. They kept it still running.
I just
This
went
looks
up
like a
this
lollipop or something.
All right, guys. Well, pretty simple. Same as last time. You know the challenges that are coming up. If you want to take like 2 minutes now, maybe as a team, to go and have a look round with your vehicle in mind, the track that's coming up.
Okay.
I'm going to go and open the door so you guys can get through. And you will be given, as with last time, a few minutes of preparation. But this time it will only be a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a look.
So, and neither of you so far, I mean, blue team, okay. So let's go through this one at a time. I keep calling you blue team. I should not call you blue team. In fact, no, let's let you have a look first. Have a look around.
Raisa, do you want a little color commentary from me and Mr.
Why
Wedgehog
not?
here? We
That-
can
that-
talk about
yeah.
the build process while they're scoping out the course.
Sounds like a plan. Let's drop up a channel.
Okay.
So we're gonna get Wedgie and Tex to join me, see what their opinions are of what the guys have created so far. There's their first chance to really get any sort of idea of the course that they're going to be facing and what exactly they're coming up against. Keeping an eye out for anybody doing any dodgy modifications.
There you go. There he
He's
is.
in morphed potatoes.
I didn't realise you were going to split them back off again. I was going to
I
do
was, so
some
they can
horrible
discuss the
critique
course.
of their vehicles.
Right.
And they can catch it on the stream later.
It's alright, we can do some horrible critique of their vehicles later. Ah, it's far more fun critiquing with them both teams face to face, because then they're sitting there laughing, they're going, ha ha ha, listen to him roast their vehicle. Oh damn, it's mine now.
So, interesting. I don't know about on your side of the wall, but it was pretty chaotic on this side of the wall with Team Boom.
It was blooming amazing watching like 6 different prototypes be worked on at the same time by 5 different people. It was like, there's got to be at least one person that was just working on multiple at a time.
Yeah, I started off by telling them to try and define roles, and they did, but then they just didn't figure. Nobody ever decided who was in charge. So when it came time for decisions to be made, it was a committee mob.
On my
Committee
side, it was
mob.
basically everyone just went silent and they seemed to work together. It was almost like a Borg hive mind formed. I was the only one that was talking. I just gave advice based on the track and the challenges. Everyone
I
just
can't help
seemed
but
to know
notice-
what they were doing.
I can't help but notice that that was what was happening every time I came into the channel. It was just like, this is silence. Why is it silence in here? Why are they not saying anything? But no, everyone was just silent and building. But it did seem like there was some good cooperative building. Like there was one guy on the middle, one guy on the front, one guy on the back, one guy doing the interior. It was like properly together.
I
Like
will
I
say
say,
that Blue,
I think the team is the Borg.
Chat
I
mentioning
think that Team
potential
Boom definitely
attempted
had some
suicide.
interesting ideas, but they just never quite gelled together. They had one team working on the chassis, one team working on armor, and then when it came to integrate the two, they didn't really have a game plan. I'll be interested to see how. Oh, and
Team
and
Red's
something
just
blew apart
exploded again.
This
Yeah.
this bodes well.
Yeah.
But until the challenge begins, I will allow them to continue to place more in. But yeah,
They're gonna need to do some pretty big tinkering with that front plough thing, just so it doesn't blow up all the time. You might want to increase the offset on the rotor or something.
no, look. When I got rid of it there was something inside it that dropped out. I wonder if you've got a loose block in the middle of that somewhere.
Well, how's the loose block getting pasted in?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question. I'm
Then
interested
the
in
mount just
seeing.
broken itself.
I'm interested in seeing if Team Boom is gonna solve its clearance issues. Because if you look at their vehicle, they are very close to the ground, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to surmount some of the obstacles getting up to the end of the course.
I think both teams have a bit of that
Unless
problem.
they're going to be
Wedgie's
clever
got.
and do a lot of things with wheel offset adjustion, then they are going to struggle, especially given how slab-sided the front is.
They got
I
big
did give them
maneuverability
that
problems
advice.
as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
with their wheels are so constricted, I think there's going to be a maneuverability problem there. Whereas you guys are using gyros, Better Wedge than Dead are using gyros with a sort of tank track style steering, where of course they're still going to have friction on the wheels, but it gives them sort of the ability to some extent circumnavigate the problem of the wheels not being free.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the plan with Better Wedge than Dead is that there's going to be a guy that's changing the wheel settings while they're driving based on what the driver wants. So,
I did figure that was what you were doing when you started talking about friction.
Team Boom is actually going to do the same thing too. That was the advice I gave them: was don't think of your wheel settings as set in stone, but adapt them to the conditions you have on the course while you're at there.
Well,
I mean, let's be fair.
hang
When
on.
it's going to come to
Before we
the
go
tractor
further,
body-
let's give these guys, because I want to give these guys 5 minutes to tinker
All right.
before we start, now they've seen the course. Right, let me just set up a timer for this. Four. What is it about 4? 3, 2, 1, go. One team is just like, whatever, I'm off. So then, I've lost my experts. My experts are gone. They're just like, nah, alright, they're too invested, these guys, aren't they? There is a good argument to say that wheeled vehicle challenges shouldn't allow gyros, but to be fair, we've done 2 wheeled challenges in a row. We'll probably be up in space next, or doing something a bit different. You can't keep repeating the same sort of challenges over and over. So what is going on? I'm going to listen in and give commentary over the top, I think, this time.
I would expect so.
Music groups. Oh.
Set group, set name.
So I think these guys
If
are
you
going to be
If you
sorting
set
their wheel
groups for your
settings
wheels, you're
more
going to
than
be a
anything
lot
else.
better off.
Back wheels, do we need more clearance on those?
I
Probably,
would
yes.
be
They've
safe.
sorted their
Better
steering
safe
out
than
there.
sorry, guys. Better safe than sorry. It's not gonna help much during the sumo if we get stuck on the other
the
course.
hell?
I would say
fact,
remove
quite a lot.
one more layer.
This thing.
Okay, I think I
Compact
found another
design, but
button.
it's
Sorry.
light. I mean, look at it. I think it's all light armor
Go
as
ahead.
well, which might have been a mistake. They didn't go for heavy, which they could have done. It was a choice,
Are the wheel
The front's
set up,
heavy,
or is somebody still
but a
doing
lot
it?
of the frame isn't,
Working on.
which is really kind of interesting decision, interesting choice. I'm going to turn off the extra camera point of view for the time being. We'll use that
Who
later for the
added
race.
like an extra bit here?
And on this side,
Yes. One person make changes to the rear is going to be my suggestion.
Mind Cozy, are you doing the rotor thing now?
I'm trying to get to do anything.
we'll take into account how much weight you got.
It might
Take
be
into
a
account
lot.
how much weight you got hanging off that thing. There's a lot of blast door for a single rotor.
It was moving a minute ago.
I turned the forces way down because I
You
was
might have
doing
it jammed a
potato
bit.
whipping.
Just to answer anyone who wants to submit ideas for episodes or challenges or want to submit team stuff, I mean, I've mentioned that there will be a team application form posted down in the link in the description of this video. But I also have, obviously, DM on Discord is a very good way of going about it.
There
but I
you
do
go.
have an available email address that's accessible via my Twitter. DM on Twitter is another option.
Just be
There are a
careful
few
that-
ways of doing
yeah.
things.
Yeah,
I wonder if they
the
screw
maximum
their
angles.
rotor. Oh, it's the angles. That's what's blowing it up.
Yeah,
It's when
I
he's
mean,
trying
if
to
it's
set the
gonna be
angles.
Like that, then ground
He's
clearance
setting
is
them
less
wrong.
problem,
I really
I
want to
guess.
watch this through a control panel as this happens.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't
there
get
it
you
Well,
at
that
the
is a
time.
big problem. Yeah.
Your problem is how you're setting your rotor limits. Basically, you're setting your rotor limits to a point that makes the rotor suddenly want to reset its endpoints and jump to a new location. I can't help but feel
was
like that's
trying not
probably what's blown it up every time. Have you been trying to set endpoints for a while?
No, I just turned it on.
Okay, well, you got a minute and 43. You had it working for a second. I wouldn't worry too much about endpoints. Give yourself an on-off and a braking force.
Yeah, then it was set fine.
And control it manually, because those endpoints are not doing you much good at the moment. And let me delete that shit for you. Let me delete that shit for you.
I'm gonna start moving this fresh copy over to the start point.
Okay.
Whoever wants to play with the rotor, just so you
Not
know,
having any more
it
of
seems the
that.
current angle where it's laying is 307 degrees.
So as a final wrap-up, with 1 minute of build time remaining before we go to the challenges, I'll do a little bit of a sort of my personal opinions about how their chances sit against each other, not just against the challenges. So we have some similarities, real similarities with last week, because we have a very simple design on the right here with very complex design on the left. And the design on the left has clanged out more than once so far in testing. And instead of using that 5 minutes to slap something on the front that could have been a bit more reliable, which might not have worked with their design, I admit, they've stuck with it, and that could well bite them in the arse, because once this event starts, forgiveness with clang is going to get a little bit more harsh. On the right side, I just don't think it's particularly good. Oh, do you see that? Just drive backwards, just a bit. On the right side, I think the vehicle has intrinsic problems. They're going to struggle with grip, and they're quite small. And that front end is very low to the ground, so they're going to struggle getting over anything. I mean, the lowness to the ground is good, and if they can make the vehicle get to the end, if they can get to that final challenge up against this, that lowness is going to pay dividends. But I don't know. As far as it currently sits, I'm a bit concerned. And time's up. Whoops. Time is all done. Yeah, not very long, especially when it's exploding on you.
That's more than enough lights.
You're done.
The two tiny ones. at the
Stop it.
We are not touching it.
I
They
know,
were
I was
complaining that they wanted lights. We have lights at the front of
You're
the
fine.
cockpit.
You're
Two
fine.
tiny LEDs.
Can't even get close to the thing.
Alright, well, please go and take positions up towards the start line.
Who's going first?
I think we'll decide that when we get up there.
Okay.
Up the thing I want to get
So,
screenshot.
get up to the start line, guys. You'll need to drive round the front. Don't forget, because it's on the other side to you. You don't need to drive off the ramp, but you will need to go round.
All aboard.
Everyone load
All
up.
aboard.
Madman,
I'm in.
I'm the driver for this first challenge, so
Yeah.
wanna let me get in?
Okay.
Choo choo.
Hit it.
Do this.
Leave.
Punch it.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Never mind.
Oh, they've got some speed on them. They got some speed on them. Look at you go. You don't need to go down there. You don't need to go down there.
Hang it left.
Don't go down.
You need to go left and
Hang on.
round through their hangar.
Show off our backup
Away.
speed.
Why have you got timer?
I was trying to set up.
I don't know.
I was trying
Oh, you were trying to
up-
set up something that didn't happen.
I think that's a psychological warfare weapon.
I like it.
True.
Time
Sneaky.
die.
I mean, they,
Well, you're already winning because, as far as the psychological warfare is concerned, you've just driven past them.
Okay. Stop it. And-
They teleported in front of us.
Yeah, they have to drive
Fine
there,
with me.
don't they?
Good job. Good job. However,
we've shown off that we can drive them.
this cheatiness from them, it seems, is a bit cheaty. I don't have a point of view to confirm that they teleported there, but it doesn't look like it.
There's 2 vehicles, so
Yes.
Yeah, there's 2 vehicles.
Yeah, but their
Their
vehicle's
entry
been
is still in
exploding
the
randomly
garage.
for the last, like, 15, 20 minutes. So
okay, fair enough.
there could be 2 vehicles simply because of
Well,
that.
watch it. Remember, block damage is on.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't do anything.
We don't want to destroy the front bumper yet.
You copy and pasted up here, didn't you? Losers. Scared of a little ramp.
Well, someone's in the cockpit, so I guess they're driving.
Yeah, who is your first challenge driver? I'm intrigued, given that you're
I am.
clearly first as you're in position. Sorry, who was I am? I didn't see.
Alchemy.
Alchemy on our first drive, so you confident? You think you got control of the vehicle?
I haven't actually tried driving it yet, so I don't know.
Perfect.
Alchemy, you need to tell me what you think needs to be done with the wheels. I've got the menu open and we'll change it.
I was about to say, do you have multiple guys working on this? Have you got someone manning those other locations for you?
The middle 2 wheels need to have steering turned off.
Do we know which one those are?
No.
Okay, sounds great. That's how you want it. So these guys are going to be first. They seem
We
to
don't have an
be-
antenna on this thing, do we?
No.
How about a football soccer challenge? Says Casey. $5 donation. Thank you, man. Each team entering is I have to say I've already got that written down in the list because hell yes, Top
So
Gear
are we
style.
ready to go?
So yeah, you guys are going to be first. You're going to be doing the run. Obviously, this is timed. Let me just make sure that I've got my timer set up and ready. Best of luck to you. Fastest man through. Wedgehog, are you in your opposing vehicle?
I am in said opposing vehicle. Is Tex firing his?
I'm just about to go and check. I don't think so. Texman, looks like they're going first as they cheated to get up the ramp.
Yep.
So can you actually jump up into the other team's channel? Because you're, of course, going to be in that other opposing vehicle.
I will.
For some reason, I cannot get the wheels to go. Oh, there they go.
Okay, Mr. Team Better Dead Than Wedge. Let's see what you guys can do.
So yes, you're up against the experts for the last bit. And no pulling any punches, Wedge. Not that I think you will. It's Wedge.
No.
So are you guys prepared? You ready?
We are.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, activate. Okay, they're pulling out, and immediately they're starting to get sort of kind of hung up on things. But they're going for the pins. You only need to take 1 set of pins here, 1 per team. So pick your corner.
You are actually the red team.
They are hung
Having
up.
trouble
They're
with
stuck.
wheels.
You're having trouble spinning. Stop steering, mate. Use the mouse. There's no noise from you guys. Help your teammate. God, he's struggling already.
Tell me what you need for the wheels.
You know.
Like I said,
You know what,
this is
guys?
a hard 90.
Oh yeah. You know what, guys?
This is hard 90.
Can you go and just reset and paste the vehicle back in again? I forgot to start the timer like an idiot, and to be honest, I think you guys will have welcomed
Yeah,
this small
I wasn't certain
selection
about
of
what
time
exactly.
to actually try
They
things.
pretty much need. I think they need as much help as they can.
Yeah,
right
it
now.
does look like you could do with a bit of help here, so I'll give you that one, as I'm an idiot and forgot to start my timer on my end, so it was all going to be called a load of rubbish by anyone in chat anyway.
Do we want to swap drivers, Alchemy?
Yes.
I'll try driving then.
Alchemy is not happy. Not happy.
We need to move back past the start line.
Yes.
Yes, that's right, guys in chat. I noticed it as well. Hail.
Someone delete that one there.
I'm trying to do this stuff live. It's difficult, alright? Leave me alone. And perhaps foolish.
Okay,
I don't know. I just like having you guys in chat along to watch this stuff. To watch the actual chaos that it
Get
becomes.
to the end.
I know, but like, we don't have to knock down the barrels, or
You have
we
to.
do.
You don't have to knock down them. You have to hit them all.
we just to hit them. Okay.
They're actually quite hard to knock down because they get stuck against the walls. That would be quite harsh. So no, you just have to make sure that you actually make contact with all 10 of your corner.
Is someone going to base it in?
And you're red team,
Yeah.
so yours is the left corner. You guys feeling ready this time? Good?
I think we are.
Good. In which case, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Have we still got someone watching the wheels?
No.
The second attempt seems a bit stronger. They're certainly going faster, but look at it crab and be all weird. They haven't hit them all. They've got 3 missing. So they're going to have to turn around and get the further
Something's
3.
been broken. Oh, we've lost our wedge.
And you're missing 3 of those barrels as well. You didn't hit 3. They've already lost their wedge on the first impact. And
done
they've
it.
got 3 barrels that they've missed. They're going to have to go back in for 1 more. There you go. What's all 3
That
got?
good?
Yeah, that's all.
Pulling back. They need to turn around now. Give penalty points if they hit
Can I
the
get
other
wheel friction
team's
turned down so I
barrels.
can turn around?
That is a slow mover, but it seems like they're actually working the friction quite well as a team, maybe? Is she turning better? I can't tell. Maybe, maybe not. Of course they had to take out one of the other team's barrels. I might dock you points for that, just because I have to reset that barrel now, you idiots.
Alright.
Just give it to Team Blue. That barrel's already been struck.
Now, will they...
Friction
Whoa,
back up, please.
the ramp is proving big problems. They've collided again. Their front end is just more,
We're stuck.
to say the least. Built too low. Built too low. Where we've seen the other team already
Can I have
take the
friction
ramp
turned back
like
up, please, someone?
I'm trying to, sorry.
It looks like it is up.
We're running up to 1 minute and 30 already. They've come up to the second obstacle. Wow,
Well,
these
my
guys are
wheels
going
are
to
just
be beaten
spinning,
up. It's
so-
all well and good building those front-end complicated devices like they did, but what happens when they don't even stay
There
on
you
the
go.
front of the vehicle to the end of the challenge? Well, things get tough. They could have tested this. This could have been tested.
Ramps are hard.
This could have been tested. He's going to take out his rear end on the wall. Oh, no. Oh, it's a
Oops.
disaster. It's a disaster.
Yeah, we just hit the ground somehow.
You might, at this rate, want to forfeit this challenge just to keep your vehicle alive. Oh no, you're over, you're over. They're over, but what remains?
Forfeit, forfeit.
What remains? Oh
Okay,
no,
friction back down, please.
they hit the
Ow.
block. They hit
Just
the
lost the
block.
wheel.
The vehicle is just coming apart. I might have
It's
to give
down
them a
20,
new vehicle for
which is
each
what was
challenge at this rate. We'll have to see how the other team does. I did say that I might need to implement a special rule for if things go particularly badly, and hell, this is going badly.
Not going the best.
They're making it through this section all right. pushing it through. Again, the sad reality of things is the General B 2.0 made it through
Looks like
this
that second one is
section
stationary.
with just no problems at all.
None of these obstacles are stationary.
Now, it did suffer a little at the end from the fact that it was not very good at sumo.
They're just really
But we tested all of these sort of elements. We did test everything on this map to make sure that this was not a ridiculous ask that we were putting up to these teams. We always will do, because otherwise you could end up with such a broken competition. And these guys are
There's remote
just
control in the back.
suffering hard on this first challenge. They're out.
Alchemy.
You lost your cockpit.
Yeah, Alchemy will grab control of the remote control.
Yeah, there's only 2 seats left.
And there's only 2 seats left. Well, get standing. Get
On the
standing
vehicle,
and
guys.
repairing.
You can
Head
repair
on
as
it and
you
get
go.
your welder out. Well, this team has been struggling pretty hard with this. Too unconventional with design, too lean towards the sumo. I think maybe well, potentially Wedgie's advice here was to lean towards something that was going to potentially dominate the last event. But in this setup, if you ignore the last event, then you've got nothing. I mean, here they could just turn and get through the gap, but it's pretty
Seems
horrible.
like those little tank traps that are dotted in there are tearing up the underside.
Indeed, the caltrops are a real obstacle.
I can't
Much more
help
so
but
than the
think that
tires.
I mentioned that during the stream walkthrough when we went around it right at the start, that those little caltrops were going to get underneath the vehicles and cut them up because damage was on. Oh, we've got a little super chat there from Nate54HD. £10. Earthly pounds, I love it. The Space Astro Boy is going to make the rocket ship fly through the sky. Are they now? I'm not seeing it. What I'm seeing here is that the world is not going well. I'm loving the communal repair efforts.
I do not
but
believe this is going well.
things have kind of fallen apart. They have blocks in the way on the ground. They're just not making the corner. They're getting caught up on their width. I did say the width was going to be a problem. There's a couple of loose gyros kicking around on the floor, but they just keep clipping that corner. They can't make it. For all their repairs, they can't make that side of things. It's getting hung up on that corner every time. Some of you guys might want to get rid of those gyros that are just sitting on the floor as well.
You can grind down the drive parts that fall off your ship, guys.
No,
Trying
that's
to avoid
not how you do
deleting
it.
the track.
Grind
Guns.
them down.
Oh, sorry.
Nah. Well,
No,
now you have to traverse a hole.
I made the second hole. I was trying to fix it.
Kick them out of the way.
Oh my word.
You can't grind them or do anything to these gyros.
No, the gyros can be ground. They are destructible.
I suspect people are seeing gyros where there are no gyros. Looking at things. You guys, I think you guys are seeing gyros where there are no gyros. I've deleted them all now. You're just grinding away the floor.
I still see 3 right in front of our vehicle.
Yeah, to those who aren't the climber.
I will say that I'm going to put a 10-minute maximum time on this. Otherwise, you forfeit this event. You just, as I said, there are no more gyros or other blocks left on the floor. I deleted them all. Stop
Someone get back to driving.
grinding away the blooming arena and just drive your damn vehicle. Oh, it's horrid to watch. They got 2 minutes and 2 seconds left before I just forfeit them. guys on the front just trying to repair things as they go. Kind of as I expected, they've managed to get things caught up and they just don't have the maneuverability. They've got no maneuverability in this vehicle. They can barely make the turns, let alone...
little caltrops.
That's what we're kind of stuck on right now.
Not actually stuck on the caltrop, you're stuck on the fact that you're driving straight into a caltrop in front of pushed against a wheel,
there
pushed
we
against
go.
another
Look at
wheel,
that.
pushed against a
We got
ball.
some mission.
Ooh, teamwork. Look at that.
Teamwork.
However, as I said, that's actually not. The caltrops are painful. That wasn't what was killing you there. Oh, it is painful to watch. You have 1 minute and 3 seconds left. You may end up getting a kind of...
Someone else control it.
a luck
Okay,
out
let
of
me
this,
try.
because if the other team struggles as well, then obviously I will be more lenient with the rules in order to keep things going. And so, yeah, it may end up that you have a new vehicle each round, and the attrition starts from the start of the round, rather than through the whole event, because, you guys seem to be struggling, although I love the communal repairs. I do like it. You have 26 seconds. Is this an abandon? Have we given up?
I can't.
14 seconds. You're not going to make it now.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Wedgie, don't break that now. Put it back in its place.
At this rate, none of them are going to get used.
We'll see. We shall see. This was maybe one of the weakest events for your vehicle, and I called it. So, yeah. Your time is up, I'm afraid. I mean, if...
Oh well.
You might just make it round the rest, but... Yeah, I'm going to call that there. Sorry, guys. Maximum of 10 minutes on this event. There are other events later down the line. You have a copy of that that's repaired, I assume, so...
Yeah.
I will take a copy of your damaged one, just in case it becomes relevant. We'll see what happens with the other team. Tex and Wedge, can you guys come and give me a hand rebuilding the assault course? And can your team please go back to the start? Give the other team a chance to go and do things.
If you can delete the loose blocks, I'll
That we don't go too fast over the ramps, we need to make sure we stay in one piece. That's the most important part.
So, the
I like
advantage
it.
of going second, guys. Get to see the killers.
You mean the hilarity?
Well, all the
Yeah,
hilarity. Either way,
oh,
you do get to
guys,
see...
Come on.
I mean, in all honesty, we do feel sorry for them. I mean, we were really debating
Yes.
about actually getting
Not
up
to,
something
is it?
one.
But
We
are
were
you
debating going on
confident
there.
you're
Like,
going to do
come
better?
on, yeah. Yes, we are definitely confident. We're just gonna take it nice and easy.
Why
We
is there a
already
red
helped
guy
us
at our
for
ship?
one.
And plus, we have all our wheel settings set up correctly.
Yes, and we're just gonna take it slow and steady. We don't need to race. We just need to finish.
We need to finish and keep it in one piece.
Yes, that's not that too difficult. And they already helped us with a couple of the pins. So
Oh, you say
the
that?
biggest part is gonna be Wedge and Tex. That's the real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the unknowns right now.
We can defend against Wedge and Tex if we spin it so that the back and front are facing them.
Yeah, but we don't want to. We want to get through there as fast as possible. We do not want to actually be sitting out there.
No, we don't want to be sitting ducks and
We
fighting.
might want to have our tires put back in the right order for stage 1.
Pardon?
The other team knocked
tires?
one of the lead tires in the bowling area.
Oh, I see.
No, you get that as a freebie.
Oh, cool.
Oh, is that free? Alright.
Like I said, they helped us with the tires.
Mr. Wasted, if you will make sure that all the random debris that Wedgie and I can't delete is gone. We have.
I
the
have
rest
done
of the
that.
course
You just
reset.
can't see it,
Perfect.
unfortunately.
Okay, perfect. Team Blue or Team Boom? Prepare yourselves, for I am now your enemy.
Team bomb blasting off again.
Indeed, Tex is now your enemy. So
Blue
you've
bomb.
seen what the enemy team is about. You've seen their attempt at this. Do you feel confident?
Yes.
Yes.
Very.
Yeah, we feel like okay, we can finish this. We feel relaxed now. We don't need to race. We can just take it easy.
Just take it easy. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I mean, this is only the first challenge, of course, but okay. You guys are raring to go, I see. Everything's good. You got multiple people set up to handle your wheel friction and all the stuff. You're doing the same sort of goal?
So.
Yep.
Let me reset that one last pin.
No, they got that as a freebie.
Okay.
It's still there in the way, but they got that one as a freebie, in my opinion.
Okay. I will move it out of the way then.
It makes absolutely no difference. It's the front pin. They're going to hit that anyway. So, yeah. Alright then, guys. I hope you are all prepared for this, because you are going in 3, 2, 1. Activate. Get a wheel spin off the start.
Okay, nice and slow.
But
We don't want
bomb
to bang up
squad.
the bumper any here.
Taking
You
it
just don't-
easy
you don't
and
wanna
going
damage
in
us.
gentle for the first
Yep.
challenge.
Just give it a nice little nudge.
Giving a little push. These things are very easy to push around. So they've got, what's that?
Good,
5 of them
good.
done
All right, so
with
we've got
the
those
frontal
other ones on the
rake,
right to get now.
essentially. Yep. Gyros are off at the
That
moment.
is
That's
6 of the
interesting to know.
pins.
You see that? Don't know if that's LOD or... No, the
7.
gyros are off.
And just drive them straight into the wall. Don't try to turn too much further, because that gives us room to run up.
Okay,
Now,
And that is the remainder.
that looks
Yep.
like all of them done. That last one that was at the front there
Okay.
was the extra front.
turn.
So
3.2.
now they've got to do
Doing
the
good,
high
doing
ride.
good.
Are they going to
Line it
adjust
up
their
with
front
the line.
suspension? I'll stop talking and listening.
And just give that one a love tap on the way, just for the heck of it.
If
Not
need
quite
be,
line
chat,
up.
I can work
That's
out
okay. We
what the
we'll
time
need to get in
is,
the corner first,
but I
'cause
can't
there's
help
one
but
on
feel
the
that
left.
it's not going to be relevant.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
All right, looking a little off.
Okay, there is a bit of rubbish there that I missed.
It's,
See if
That's
I can
good.
get it in
Okay, they're
time.
good. Go for it.
no, it's
No, we're good.
We're still off.
okay now. Yeah.
Only
now it's
fair
good.
that they don't have to deal with debris from the
Okay.
last team.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That bumper.
But yeah,
We're
again,
good. We just
taking
need to
it
get a little bit of running
so
speed,
calm.
bumper over it.
Taking it so calm. Chat's going
Leap of
absolutely
faith.
nuts about the timer. No, someone is watching chat. It's
Oh.
just very, very
No, go
delayed.
for it.
The wasted faith.
That too.
Hey,
Come on, wheels. You can do it.
And up
There
they go.
we go.
come on.
Oh, that's
Right, a little
tight.
bit.
Steady, keep it tight.
That is
There you go.
tight as
Perfect.
all hell, and yet they're going to make it. Are they going to make it? Are they going to push off the far end, or are they going to
Whoa.
get stuck there too?
Okay,
No, they're off.
Okay.
Clean as a
Don't
whistle.
close too hard, otherwise
Lovely.
some bumper's gonna go.
Okay, let's start doing our
I
turn through
noticed the
here.
gyros are now on.
Whoa.
So the gyros are on for this
Gyros
challenge.
are on now. Don't worry.
Yeah, they see they're hitting it up in chat, so they got that
I'm worried
extra
about the gyros. That's what I'm worried about.
Maneuvement. You were there.
Yeah,
That's fine.
don't start swinging around wildly here. We do not want to damage the wheels
Okay.
anymore because we're gonna need them. We're gonna need them up ahead.
Yeah, turn the gyros off there.
This POV on,
Yeah,
why not?
just turn the gyros off.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, they could have reversed over it, Commander York. You're
Okay.
completely
There's
correct.
still some debris on the ground here,
I've
so
been thinking
keep
that,
an eye out
but
for
I
that.
didn't want to
The
say
debris
anything.
is actually
'cause
not there.
Obviously, that.
Oh, okay,
It's-
lovely.
it's-
Goes
But
to
they
the
are.
right
Look,
there.
they're
Debris is
handling the
missing,
debris by
it's just
pushing it out the
missing
way.
on your client.
Like the advantage
The
of
cow
going
chops
second.
and the tires and the space balls are there.
I turned one gyro back on, so you could
So
have
I can
just
only
one
think
gyro
now,
instead
and
of
I'm
all.
thinking rules on the fly in order
Alright.
to keep the competition going, is that this team basically bought themselves one free vehicle.
Yep.
If the other
Perfect.
team
If you want
want
me,
to
want me
sort
to, I
of
can add. I
accept
can
that,
turn some more.
No,
not
it's
only
fine,
do
it's
they
fine.
get to win this challenge outright, because it does seem like that might be what's about to happen, but they get a free vehicle out of it, a free
Sorry.
reset of their vehicle. Assuming they make it past that last section. I mean, we've got our two judges waiting, two
That's okay.
experts waiting to
We
give
have
them
all the
hell.
time in the world to get
And they
through
have the
them.
whoops as well.
You could always
section's gonna
use the
be a
gyros
real
to
killer.
flick them out of the way.
No, we do not want to flick.
This team's keeping
Let's not
everything
flick.
together. I love it.
All right,
Taking it
left or right
serious.
side? Your choice.
Right side.
Right
Go
side.
Right side.
But
So
then
we
the
can
design
have a
seems
straight
drivable,
shot at
to be
the-
fair. Whoop, that's a wall.
Go right because it's also there's a bit more space, so you only have to have one wheel and
Yeah, they're dealing with lots of
I
cal
don't know
drops
what
on
you
this
would call
last
it.
line, and they
Cal
clearly
wheel?
don't want to get involved anything other than frontally with
Yeah, I
that
think we'll be
pushing
good.
wedge.
We can always back out if we have to.
Oh, it's nice. They're more
actually,
maneuverable
you
than I
just
thought.
basically pushing
Yep.
the tire head into the
A
competition.
lot
right there.
more maneuverable than
That's
I
what
thought.
I'm thinking.
Let's do it.
You've got 2 gyros now. Try and spin it a little bit.
I don't need any
Oh,
cal
There
they've
we
drops.
go.
got manual control over how
I'll turn my
many
bottom.
gyros they're running. That's awesome. Really working with this
Yes, sir.
mindset
Give me some more gyros. Two more gyros should be fine.
mindset of like customize the vehicle on the fly. You've got these vehicles. People,
There's 4 gyros.
let's
in
do
total.
it.
Okay.
And they're handling it. The suspension
Making good
settings the Tex
progress.
gave them seem to be decent. Riding those bumps, those whoops quite nicely. They've got a
Okay,
bit of a
stop.
dodgy turn going here.
Yeah, we took
I'm
a
not
little
sure
bit damage
how
to front bumper,
exactly
so
they're
just
going
be
to get
cognizant
out of
that on the left
this.
side.
Taking a little bit of damage doing that.
Little buff out.
There.
It's but a scratch.
Front end is just
Here's
tiny
Alright.
bit warped.
That looks good. That's looking
Nope, not
good.
yet.
Almost.
It's not going anywhere now.
Yeah, gyros.
They're
Like,
pulling it out of here.
like you can.
So they've got those
You can use
final selection.
Okay, we're doing
These
good.
guys have managed to implement the gyros, and they only added them
Okay,
at
now
the last
line it
minute.
up and
Can they
don't
use the
gun
cal
it,
drop to their
but drive
advantage?
fast
That would be
between them, so
hilarious.
Can't pence you
That would
Do we
be
want
hilarious.
gyros on or off for this?
On.
Off.
on.
Put them all off for me. Put them all off for me. I'll turn them on when I need them.
Taking it serious.
Yep.
Our two
they're-
ahead waiting.
They're,
All right.
Ready to
they're
bounce.
going to override as soon as you turn them on, so that you can't be flipped.
You have
All right.
hydrogen.
Yeah,
Go for it.
back here.
Watch
This
out for
is
the car drop on your left.
a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, we're good.
Hopefully the experts
That'll
remember to
go right out of the way.
Okay,
obstruct
now
rather than destroy.
do not turn.
Oh. Getting in there.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. There
And
you
the
go.
experts are
Go,
taking
go,
each
Wheel
other
jump, that's
out.
okay.
And they're
Yes.
through.
Crosses the line.
I'm across the finish line.
And they didn't even lose the wheel
Nice.
hub, so they can
Nicely
add
done,
that
and
wheel
only
back on
one
again.
wheel lost.
Awesome.
That's
One wheel
Total
and a little
time,
bit of damage
I
to
mean,
front
it
bumper.
doesn't matter
That's
because they've
awesome.
completed, but
Car.
5 minutes and 29,
Yeah.
that's all up there.
Stop.
Stop. dude.
That is good stuff.
We have to
Nice.
drive all the way back now
Oh,
today.
Peak Bosch, why?
To the truck.
And we were just so excited to get into the sumo ring.
Ooh.
I'm excited to drive in the sumo ring, but.
Well, guys, that was pretty confident. I mean, it even looks like you haven't lost your wheel hub, so you can just add your wheel back on again. You don't have to continue now. Chill.
We
That's the
tried
next
that, but
event.
how do we?
That's the next event. You don't
we
just go
can't actually add the wheel
from
back.
that. We start again with the next
I
one.
tried.
Ooh.
It's
Let me do that.
left 7.
You might have to do something with your suspension settings or your gyros, perhaps.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. And we didn't.
You'll need to
even
do that
break off
during the
that front
timer for the
bumper.
next event, of course.
Oh.
We didn't even break off the front bumper, so we can.
Stop for now, guys.
Now, I have a question for you guys. You obviously you have a very, very confident lead after the first round. I am obviously wanting to try and extend the competition, and therefore thinking that I am going to offer the other team the opportunity to pace their ship back in for this challenge. Would it be an acceptable trade in your minds for us to therefore offer you a free ship token that you can use at a later time during the event?
Yes.
Sounds fairly fair.
Sure.
So,
Yep.
so you essentially have a ship lead almost at this point.
An extra life.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think that should level things out. If you guys are down for that,
As a ship as of the beginning of the contest.
yeah,
Like
just a
okay.
fresh. There you go. I mean, you guys look like, as I said, if you fiddle with your suspension height, you can get that last wheel back on again. I reckon.
Yep, and it's good to go again. So.
Yeah.
That's not quite how you do it, by the way.
No.
No, add
No.
wheel in the control.
No, we need.
No,
Yeah,
stop.
Take it
Stop
out.
fiddling with it
Stop
outside of the
with it,
competition,
guys. You can't do it
goddammit.
until the timer stops.
Right, let me go and have a chat with the
Yeah,
other
man, might
guys,
do it
and then
more
we'll
long,
start
so-
with event number 2. It looks like you guys have, obviously, one, in inverted commas, the ability to go first. I think that is actually not necessarily a winning position, but hey. Hey guys,
Hi.
this is a bit crushing. They did really well in that first challenge.
Yeah.
But I have spoken to them, and I think what we're going to do is give you guys the opportunity to ace your vehicle back in again, as it was at the start, on the basis that they also get an extra life at some point during this competition, to keep you guys in it, because I don't think you've got enough left of your vehicle there to really do much, you know.
Yeah, it sounds fair.
I think that gives you a chance to maybe shine in the last 2 bits. There's still, you know, double points available for that last round in particular, the sumo round, where maybe you can really do well. In which case, obviously, get yourselves a new copy. They are going to go first because they won that round, so you get to watch them and maybe do what they did, which was very clearly benefit from seeing how well it went from you to begin with.
Yeah.
And yeah, nice try with that first one. You did alright, but these next events, I can't help but feel a bit more up your alley.
Thanks.
Back home. I stopped fiddling.
Alright guys, you got yourselves a plan?
Almost.
How are you feeling?
We need one. Can we get 1 second more to discuss?
1 second
didn't
more to
get one.
discuss.
Can we just
Just
can
one
we-
more second.
Hashtag 1 more second.
One more piece.
You may. You may,
Okay.
but we'll be listening.
Okay. The only thing I see here is that our connector is not at the right height. So with
That's right.
the resetting of the
Raise it
wheel,
with the gyro.
Yeah, that will mean our back wheels are off the ground. We need those 6 wheels to be
We
able
can
to.
then use the gyro
tow
to
this
push it
entire
back
thing.
down afterwards. After we connect, we can use the gyro to push it back down.
No, that's not gonna work well. That's
Yeah,
No,
I mean, at
right?
this point, the connector's off by a full connector of height above what
Yeah.
we've got already.
yeah.
That would be
we
the
need to
quickest
put-
thing to do.
Damn.
What we need to do is, whilst someone is resetting the wheel, somebody needs to put the connector higher up.
Are we allowed to do that?
Connector.
We are allowed to do that, but it goes over for our time. So that's why I'm saying we need to do those 2 things at once.
Okay,
Alright.
So-
I will.
No. You're
I'll
allowed to
do the wheel.
modify the tractor,
No.
not your vehicle.
Oh, that's easy enough.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Then all we have to do is move this
And you're not allowed to delete blocks either. You're allowed to add, but
Okay.
not remove.
Yep, we're just gonna add a connector at the right height then. That's that easy.
Cool, have fun with that. Please remember you're not allowed to adjust any of the settings on the tractor when you connect.
Yep.
Because I will have
Okay.
to, for that to work for you, go and take ownership and give it to you for the connecting. Or share it so
Alright.
that you can get it, you know. Otherwise you can't connect.
You can just share
Okay.
just the connector and nothing else on the tractor.
And then we have to fight it.
All right, so
I'm
we ready for the
guessing-
wheel first?
Yep.
So, somebody ready on the timer? So, because that's. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be. Okay, who's gonna be doing the?
I'm gonna lift the gyro. Can someone else get in and get ready to do the wheel?
I will get ready to do the wheel. We said
Okay,
that
who's
is the.
doing the modification to the Darker truck?
You?
I saw someone over there a second ago.
I am standing here, so I guess I'll do it. I'm gonna add the things to my bar. Wait, why don't I know why I don't have anything. Give me 1 second. Now I'm here. I totally didn't use spectator that last one. That's why I didn't have anything on my
So,
bar.
who is driving for you this round?
I think I was right.
Yeah, I believe you are, because Bowman's doing the sumo.
Madman at the wheel.
Privateer, step on up.
Oh no. In the sumo, you'll be changing drivers.
Yeah, I'm doing the sumo driving, so.
You're actually going to have one driver per round on the sumo for 3
You'll have
rounds.
to keep rotating.
Everyone
Okay,
has
cool.
to drive.
Everyone gets a turn. Sweet.
My god, it's so great. It's better than my future.
Okay,
Why is
whenever
there a
we're
lag
ready.
in it?
Wow, that was dark.
Can we not paste?
Guys, don't place that in here yet, please. Like, paste it in the other room if need be, but that's going to be in the way of them if they pull the truck through.
Sorry.
Careful when you delete it.
I've got a
Have a
copy, so if you
block
want
out.
to get ready.
I'm having that strange pasting glitch where you can't move your character when you have that blueprint.
Cool then, guys. Are you ready? That's your time up.
Ready?
All right.
Which case, again, with the timer running, let me just check it's all reset. I'm not going to forget this time. You are good to go in 5. Well, no, back to your vehicle. No hanging around that. Back to your vehicle, in your seats.
Oh, not the seat.
This is a Le Mans start in reverse. As in, you start in the car. For whatever reason.
We get out, do our shit, and get back in as quick as we can.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Single tier.
Okay, in which case, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm spamming it, no luck.
Quiet efficiency. Look at this. They're just going to get the connector on there.
What are you guys doing?
2 connectors on there. It's already falling apart. That went
I
well.
am doing the
They've got the
connector.
rear end
Why
of the
are you
vehicle
guys-
lifted up. Is anyone going to add that last wheel on?
I'm not having any luck getting that rear wheel back on, guys.
So it looks like they might be permanently missing. Oh, no.
Just in case.
They're bouncing
I'm gonna
underneath
put
it
2
with an
connectors
engine
on
here.
here,
They had
so
some.
if
They had some
this one is
plans
too
for this.
high,
I like that.
We need to use the middle connector.
That works.
The-
It, I
the
mean,
back
it's
connector.
dodgy, but
If
it
you want
does
to
work.
if you want to keep moving, I keep moving. I'm just going to keep spamming that add wheel button here.
You're going to try and bounce the rear end, bounce it into the air, and then
I mean, this is like cookie clicker on add wheel right now.
get it to launch.
Let's not care about the
You're
wheel.
not
Just
high enough with that
get
wheel.
moving.
Now.
Right, try now. Try
Yeah,
now.
it's not adding it back in.
Okay.
It's not having it. Something's does it need
Then
repairs?
ignore the
Maybe.
wheel.
Okay.
Ignore the wheel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Back it
All right,
up.
They're
let's-
giving
let's
up on the
go.
wheel. They're giving up on the wheel. We're at 1 minute and 7 seconds. They've given up on the wheel. The
Alright.
connectors are lined up. They've
Come
got
on,
2
come on,
connectors.
Clock's ticking.
Limited modifications. Now, the problems I see with the connector problems,
Oh.
or the connector setup.
That broke off the connector on
Oh,
our
they've
ship.
broken their connector off.
Yep, that's done. Stop.
Well, so much for that.
Yep, we need a new ship, otherwise we can't continue.
So they may
That
have
just rammed straight in and it broke the
already
back of our
needed
ship.
to use their new
Yep.
ship.
We're going to have to invoke the new ship token.
Yep.
New ship token.
Oh.
Tex, can you hear us?
Yeah, I mean, you can do it now.
Yes, we need the ship token
Just
now
to make
because
sure
we
you
can't
complete
have
this
the-
challenge. I mean, it might be a worthy cause. Get that other wheel back as well.
Yes.
Yep.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
we-
look like that's coming
you
back
have-
with
you
any
don't have
ease
a
for
connector
whatever
anymore.
reason. In which case, go
We
for
don't
it.
have.
I mean, it's up to you. If you're really sure that you want to use it now, then go for it.
Yes, we're
Yep.
really sure. I'm the one.
I'm only fair to remind you that the last
Yep.
round is worth 6 points instead of 3.
Yes.
It's fine.
But you're on 3 already, and they're on 0.
Yes. Yes.
New ship token. We
New
definitely
ship
want
token.
that 6th wheel for the final round as it
Do it
is.
then.
All right.
Get your new ship in.
New ship.
Pace it
gonna
up in
place
front.
one.
I'll get rid of that one.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, alright.
All right. Load up.
Reduce the power on the
Immediately
wheels.
using their new ship
Yes.
token. Wow.
I think it's button 4 and 5.
And the power on the
And
what's
they've
the
got to be
connectors
careful.
power
Their
on?
connector's on there.
It's
Everything's
on,
kind
yeah.
of already lined up.
Remember,
The
she's
wheels
got a lot of
ready.
power in her.
Everything's
Take it easy
sorted.
on the way back.
But they cannot afford
Like I
to
said,
break
slowly.
this
If I
again.
say
This
stop,
is the.
immediately.
Oh, I can
press
see why they can't pace that
forward
wheel.
and
Look
in,
how
like,
close they are.
Because you're
Press 1
going
for the
too
hand
fast.
That's really tight. Okay, this time they're going much slower back. Still might be a bit
That's
fast.
good. Keep it slow.
Still
up,
might
slow
be
up.
slow.
Stop.
There we go.
Okay, nice and slow from there.
Oh, much nicer.
Good.
Much nicer.
Okay,
Now-
we're good.
And it's not connecting.
No, don't
Turn
worry
off
about it
mine.
because
You
he's
don't
got
have
to change
ownership set
permissions.
on your connector. You need to have ownership on it, otherwise they won't think.
The connector you added, you have to have ownership
There
on
you
it.
go.
There you go.
Jam. Okay, now P.
Lock her up.
And
Use
now,
one to undo the handbrake again.
Yes, and now forward.
Okay.
Oh, who unlocked it?
And
What
they did
the-
not lock. They did not lock. Another reconnection.
locked.
Time is taken away. 3 minutes 43.
What's happening?
We got no
My
wheels.
wheels have all completely
Oh.
detached from what I see.
Yeah.
According to my
We're just
screen,
sliding
we're
forward.
rolling away without our wheels.
Yes, that's what's happening on our screen.
Okay, well you are fine on my screen.
Okay, back her up.
I would just
Yeah, back her
continue.
up
I would pretend the wheels are
We're
still
locked.
attached and act like nothing's happening.
It's-
Maybe go a
Oh,
bit
no,
slower
no,
there.
slow, slow,
Maybe
slow,
a bit
slow, slow,
slower.
slow,
Maybe
slow,
just
slow,
a little
slow.
bit. Yeah, yeah. There you go. But yes, pretend like you've still got wheels.
That would've been the best.
Slow!
God damn it! Those connectors are tissue paper. Come on.
So,
Is there anything in the
Just
rules
really
about us getting
fast.
around to the front of it and pushing it? Does it have to be a
Nope.
pull?
Nothing about not being. Push it.
Okay, get
That's
to
the
the
only,
front.
the only
Get
option we've got left now.
Yes, come on.
Just take it slow.
Just remember, if it damages it, it's only worth 3 points. There's no point in getting this entire thing broken. Because this is the only ship we have left.
So let me finish this 82-point turn right here.
I don't feel like you've got to get a mate right next to him. We want to have room to swing around the back of it still.
There is no, there's not enough room.
Yeah, we
There's
knocked it.
no way. No way. Stop, stop, stop.
Hang
There's
on.
no way.
I'm not sure that's your route, is it? Really?
Nope.
we can't do it.
Let's call it this. Let's call it this.
Well,
let's
wait.
Hang on, we might be able to hook the bumper in.
No, we will break off the bumper. There's no way we
Wait,
can
stop,
hook that
stop,
up.
stop. Go forward a bit. Alright, now try gently to push that.
Oh,
Oh, you cheeky git.
nice.
Smart.
You.
That's really fucking smart, dude.
Yeah, yeah, just keep it slow and.
Can you
build
make
up
it
slowly
curve
here.
around us? So can you make it curve around us? So that
Oh
it won't
damn,
actually-
son. No,
Yeah.
I mean
Yes.
I can't
Okay.
even argue with that either.
Steering needs to go a little bit, or else we're gonna slide out from around this thing.
Yep.
That is absolutely within
Working
the
on it.
rules, and that
Take
is
off some of
brilliant.
it up it. We only needed some of it. And it's gonna slow us down.
Nah.
Oh, that is
Okay.
clever.
Everyone get back in so we can't be accused of cheating on this one too.
Yep. Get in your vehicle, boys.
Alright.
Okay, this isn't gonna move anymore.
Okay.
Stop hitting things.
Yeah, stop. We don't need any more. We're good. The only thing we've got to do is straighten ourselves out because we're still moving off center here.
Yep.
Massive,
Gyros are currently,
massive recovery
overriding.
for this team. I'm not sure what they've built on here is a
That
great
is
plan,
playing
Don't
out
use
so
but
hard
they
on my
have
end.
thought outside the box, and it is brilliant. They
Don't
are
use the
moving.
gyros, just use the
They are moving. Oh, they've abandoned that
Take
piece.
off the other
They've
side.
had enough. I'm going to do the job of getting rid of
We
that.
need to
though.
start
Make
turning
sure
the
the
gears.
symmetry is off before you take off that other side.
Please.
honestly, I
they've
keep
stopped.
the side for the balance.
They're moving
Why
forwards
are we
again.
rolling backwards? Come on.
Well, we're rolling.
Add some power and
Forwards, yeah.
friction if you need to.
Yeah.
They are pushing an incredibly heavy load. They
Yeah, the
seem
box
to
on the
have
right
been
hand
a
side
bit-
there.
Bit locked up, bit stocked. Something
I see.
something's getting bound
Don't
up somehow.
ram into it, just gently.
Nice and slow.
gently.
Nice and slow.
Imagine it's a real car. If you imagine like this is a real car, you wouldn't just ram into
Oh.
stuff. Otherwise, it's just gonna break.
They're hitting
The Jeremy Clarkson approach is not called for here.
hitting Wedgie's lies,
Just line up with it, get close, and then turn the power up.
and they get over this little hump.
Yeah,
Alright,
that
now
was
turn the
just
power up.
this.
Yep. No, turn the power up.
Power's up 10%.
10% power up. Is it going to be enough?
Turn it up to the max. Just hit it all. Come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
I'll put it up slowly.
Yeah, we need
That's
the
stupid.
off. We're not gonna move this anymore.
Hey guys, you have now moved the vehicle. Just take a look. If what you're doing isn't working,
We can push it from the
think-
front, guys.
We can push
That's
it, yeah.
true, yeah. We've got the front armor. Let's do that and stop bashing our back end against it. Because we've got better power on the front. Remember, power has been turned up, so
So
it's
they're
going
going
to
to go round
be faster on here.
and push it
I'll
on the,
put power back
on the
down while we turn.
spiky blade.
Okay.
This
wasted how
might
much
be a
more
brave
time on this
move.
event?
Wait a moment. Wait a moment.
Might be a
Before
real
you
brave
start
move.
pushing it. Let me just add something here.
Yeah, just remove those. No, or don't remove.
We can't
them.
remove anything.
We can't remove, but
Just add padding to the spikes, otherwise that's gonna tear
This
us
team's
up.
really
Working
running
on
with the can modify roll. I love it.
Okay.
Should be
I think
good now.
I'll-
Really love it. I mean, of course, by
Yeah.
going
Oh, we
first,
can't
they
remove-
are
we
giving
can't
these
Can't
remove
remove
anything
them or else
away.
they're going to
Can't
fall off and
remove
get in the way. Don't bother. We'll just push it as is. It's extra weight, unfortunately, but we're already doing pretty good getting this thing moving now without the connector.
It's also not
So
heavy on
hard
Whoever
at
came
it.
up with the idea, like add a clack and just push it backwards, you're a fucking genius.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay.
guys.
Slow, slow, slow,
Oh,
slow,
slow,
slow.
Go on a second
You
time.
could have. Imagine this. Don't even mention this is a normal car. Imagine this is a car made out of paper.
Imagine this car made out of glass.
And you're pushing a tank.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you
you're
push
pushing a tank
Okay,
with a
power up.
paper airplane.
Friction
slowly
up.
on your-
Friction up.
Friction
Wheels are
up.
sliding.
The wheels are sliding, so friction up is the answer. Yeah.
This thing is bouncing around like crazy right now for me.
Little bounce is fine. Just add more friction. Too much power and too
Turn
much
it,
friction.
turn the gyros off. You
Yeah,
don't need to
gyros
be in it.
off.
Gyros off.
The jars are off.
where's the
No,
timer
no.
at?
Timer is 10 minutes and 6.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna try.
technically, a fact.
Stopping at 10 minutes, are we?
Yeah.
Yep. Stop.
10
We ran
minutes
out of
is the
time.
cutoff timer
Okay.
for a challenge, simply because.
Alright, I'm putting this back to where it was.
So, yeah.
That's,
try,
You
guys.
still managed to move it.
You still managed to move it, which means at the very least you don't score nothing. Still get a point for being able to move it in the first place. So,
I count that they have moved it a total of 11 blocks.
an 11
In
block
total.
movement. Well, very well done.
It was cheeky, but it was good cheeky.
Okay, guys, take a copy of your vehicle and move it to the next arena. And once you've done that, we'll delete this one.
I have a. You have a copy too. I have a copy too, just in case.
Paste it first.
Yes.
Where are you based at?
The sumo arena.
Okay.
Just place it on the blue square in the sumo arena, I guess.
Gotcha.
Already on it.
Please get rid of your.
I'll be the first then to drive.
Let me
it
just
in.
paste it. I already
Someone
got
get rid
one.
of the current one as well.
Is it in? I've got it. Once I got it in. You have it in?
No.
Not yet.
One moment. Madman is in the way. We got it.
Okay, I'm
Yep.
gonna get in and see if the.
Okay.
Did somebody set the wheel settings differently?
I moved up. I'll move back to what it was before I start fiddling.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got all the
Uh,
With
original
all the
ones still
original
written
settings.
down here.
I can do it. Off
Okay.
Pharaoh.
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Alright.
Who is it down? Who is the
It's back what it was when I last touched
Me.
it.
Alright.
Okay, well, nice one, guys. You did alright. It's time to give the other team a shot.
Hopefully we
Feeling
get,
a little more confident now?
hopefully we get far enough to be able to make that choice.
You want me to paste in the copy now?
Yeah, please.
Well,
Drive
actually,
it in.
wait a moment for them to clear up.
No, you good? Nice, nice.
It's still showing some of the pink wall they had.
I'll let you do it.
It's not there on my screen. That's
I have a
unfortunate.
copy. Well, I guess, yeah.
There you go. So, seeing that, what have you learned? Have you had any ideas? Any?
Be very careful with the connector.
Neutral, wedgie, neutral. Well, mostly neutral.
No, that is a neutral question, to be fair. Given that, well, that was the benefit that the first team I felt had in the first game. You know, was that they got to see in advance what that track was going to throw at them, and knew to take it slow and careful and not break themselves on it. But you've seen them also use up their extra ship token already, so you're even now. You know. They haven't broken themselves doing that pull,
Hey,
but...
hey, stop putting those connectors on the tractor. Your time's not started.
Yeah, your time hasn't started yet. Get rid of all that rubbish. When your time starts, your time starts. I'll do a tech countdown. We're having a little chat first.
Also, someone's probably going to want to go and grab the thing, given it's sort of...
Yeah, you're just rolling away.
Yeah, it's kind of...
I got it.
I'm in it. I got it.
So you guys are now tied for opportunity. You both not completed one challenge. So if you can complete this one, you will be 3-3.
I'm going to move the big slab of pink stuff because it's still visible on my
If
screen.
you can, I don't think you'll be able. I don't think you'll be able to, but yeah.
I'll give it a try.
No, it doesn't physically exist. Oh wow, you have managed to hit it. What the hell?
You did move it.
How is that possible?
Yes,
Hang on, I need to switch the other POV. Look at this.
Yeah, I know.
This is Space Engineers for you. Watch as he moves around a thing that's not present on my POV in his POV. With full physics interaction. Like he's just moved that over there. Notice how the switch
totally
back.
legit.
Notice how on my POV. No, that's not my POV. That's my POV. Notice how on mine it just doesn't exist. I'm the host, for God's sake. There's activity going down on my server that I don't even get to be part of.
And funny enough, that was the wall I was talking
There you go,
about.
chat. There's one for the clang reel already.
So who's going to put the connector on?
So you guys all ready and all set?
Yeah, it was just if you wanted to know, I think the back wheels were what was messing up the steering.
Don't fiddle, Alchemy. You need to be on board your vessel when this challenge starts. Get over there, you guys. You need to be in your seats. Le Mans
Guys, who's
start.
putting...
Okay then. Everyone ready and in position with the recordings and stuff?
Yep, it's missing texture pink as well. People are pointing out, which is completely correct. Not just missing texture pink, it's missing block pink.
We're going to move our connector.
Alright, you guys are ready. Be in your seats, please. And you will be going in. Get the timer reset 2 seconds, actually. No, it is. We'll be going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Activate. And they begin by driving in the wrong direction. What's going on here? Aren't you going the wrong way? Just saying.
I'm trying not to.
You're going the wrong way even faster now.
Yeah,
the connector's on. Why are we going the wrong way?
I don't
This
know.
started
I'm hitting the
really
back
well,
button.
guys. No,
Someone's
lovely.
drunk, you know.
Oh, this is fucking brilliant. So they've lost control of their vehicle, and
It's an interesting strategy. Are they supposed to be driving away from the thing they're going to tow?
not as far as I'm aware, but this seems to be
It's
the
not
approach.
really working for me.
Or have they decided to simply forego the whole challenge there?
They just want to get straight to the sumo ring.
It's an interesting
She's
strategy,
stopped.
no doubt.
She's going backwards.
Yeah, for some reason all the controls are backwards.
And it's also missing a wheel.
The back wheels were what was messing up the control.
No, missing a wheel. You're down to 7.
So
My character is
starting
actually really
well so far for these guys. They really, really need to end this challenge with their vehicle alive. Otherwise, they're either just going to hand away the single point, or end up just handing away the sumo at the end. But it's clear it's not driving well. They have lost one wheel on the rear left.
Can you guys not fly directly above my cockpit? Because if you do that, I can't.
Oh, hang
it
on,
reverts
hang
me
on.
back to first
Stop,
person. I
stop,
can't see.
stop. Now you can go. piece of your ship that's fallen off on the track. And the current MP scenario.
I'm holding down space. How am I for line out? Oh, I'm horribly off.
A little to your left.
Careful, lining up here. Don't want to break the
It
vehicle.
doesn't have that great a turning radius. You might have to pull it forward a bit and use gentle taps on the keyboard to turn it out.
But yeah, they're a way off.
I've kind of lost control a little bit. There it goes, come back. Stop. Go back.
Getting the gyro steering approach that they're using only really works when they're moving forwards or backwards. They need
All
momentum
it wants
for
to
that sort
do
of
is
thing
go to
actually
the other end.
And there it is. Getting that that's the thing.
Can I paste in the one that like I had missed the settings of?
Slow. Oh, they almost did it there. I was expecting a massive collision.
Yeah, can someone
But
just
they're
put a
all good.
connector
They're in
slightly
one
off
piece.
center?
This could be going better. They're still not
I'll
having
give you the
fun
same
with the
advice
timing.
we gave the other team. Do you own that connector you placed on the tractor?
It's owned by Wedge Tex.
Sorry, Tex, good point. And shared properly and so on. Just needs to be owned.
It's
and
owned by
shared.
Wedge Tex with no share.
Hang on a sec.
Wedgie.
Wedge. Neutral observer, net Wedge.
If it was a neutral observer, why would I
You
be...
probably pasted it in.
Hang on. Share with all. There you go. There you go. Neutrality my arse. Right.
Okay, one more attempt. I love the guy just chilling
Alchemy,
on the
can
back
you
of the
stop
visual.
standing in the ship with your jetpack on?
Okay, apparently I love it, but other people not so much.
That really messes with
They're
the
pulling it
steering.
off center, which is an interesting one, and he's missed. Timer's just adding up. Are they going to time out at 10 minutes? Well, we're at 450. It might be a thing.
You're like one block too far to the right. There you go.
Oh, wow, that was a violent reaction. Got to remember that they're probably driving something that weighs no more than
Just back it on up.
20,000 kilograms, pulling something that weighs 250,000 kilograms. Let's have a look.
My controls have stopped responding again.
Surely there's something I can access on here without fucking up his controls to make sure and find out what weight of vehicle we're talking about. Alright, I'm just going to beat. Where's the control panel?
Yeah, the wheel, none of the wheels are working.
And the problem is that the
So
the
he
recoil
is
on them
grid
is
massive.
more
Okay,
strength
he's
than the
heavier than I
driving
expected.
forces,
Grid
so you gotta,
massive
like, let it settle and just give it gentle
124,000.
taps.
But still half the weight, less than, of what they're trying to pull.
None of the wheels are actually turning though.
Have you braked it or something?
Not
Is
looking
there a
good.
part-
Oh, I think I
Not
might have.
looking good.
Parking brake helps.
None of these guys, so far it seems to be an early theme of Engineer Wars, that testing your design and figuring out this side of
Can someone
things is
connect that
not
connector?
something that people do. I mean, teams have been struggling to work out how to build together. Well, how to build together? Get one guy building a test
Power.
rig. Get one guy figuring out how to do this
You
side
gotta-
of things.
Can someone
Making
someone
sure
amp
you've
up,
got something you can
like,
be
give us
let's
maximum
build
power to
ourselves
everything.
a fake DACA truck so that we can test whether or not we can pull the thing. But now, finally, with 6 minutes and 24 on the clock, they are making some progress.
We're doing it slowly.
They're pulling towards the first set of lights, which is pretty much what held up our last team. Is it going to mean anything? Are they going to get over it? They've got some good
Do we
speed
have full power
going.
to everything, guys?
That's fine, but
Is
it
there 100?
wasn't the first vehicle that held things
What
up.
about wheels?
It
Set
was
power
the
to set
DAF
all
tractor
wheels to
that
maximum
held
friction,
things
maximum
down.
power.
Is it going to get over? Or is it going to lock up? Oh, they've
You
cleared.
have a wheel group.
They've cleared it. They've locked up. It's pulling back.
They're maxed.
They haven't had the power
And
to
our
get
wheels
over
are
that
spinning,
line
apparently.
unit.
1 sec.
Are they now stuck as well? Going back a bit. Not going forwards a bit. I'm feeling slightly sad that Wedgie put those lights on. That was a decoration he added afterwards. I mean, it looks cool as hell. He also added the striped red and white armor.
Yeah, it was starting to move again, I think.
But it
kind
has
of not really
kind
touching
of
the
broken
ground.
things. Oh. Even again. I take it back. Maybe they can get over here.
Okay, we're going again.
That's very
Can someone ask someone how far do we have to go?
well done. Just check. They shouldn't have ownership.
Farther
It
than
shouldn't
the
be
blue
shared,
team.
but just
Like, do we
for-
go all the way to the end of the white wall?
About here is where the blue team stopped.
Yeah, the handbrake is still on the rear vehicle, and
Yeah, go as far
the
as you can.
wheels are still turned on.
Wasted us.
Friction's still on max. So they're going for the end. They're making a run for it. I'm going to stay here on my position on the tractor. They've actually managed to pull the vehicle.
Wasted
Wow!
there. Can you tell us when
They're
to
pulling it
stop?
together? Yeah. You have to get as far as you can, and it's before the end wall.
We're not slowing down quick enough. I think. We're going to hit the wall.
This last red marker you're passing now is the end goal, basically.
I hit the brakes on the trailer.
You need to get the truck across it, of course. What do you mean you hit the brakes on the trailer? You're not allowed to do that. What are you doing?
Cheating.
You're not supposed to be fiddling with the settings on the tractor.
Well, I think they maxed them when they tried to max our wheels.
DQ.
What if I was to say I had video evidence of the vehicle pulling the tractor where the tractor wheels were completely locked and it was just sort of dragging it along?
I will check it against previous saves.
There may have been some tampering.
To confirm after the moment, but I do believe that the wheels are owned by me, not controllable by you.
Yeah, we can't go any further. There's kind of a wall in the way.
Yeah, that's fine. You've finished.
We're done.
The time didn't matter because the other team never finished the course, so you by default win. You know, so.
Just as long as shenanigans weren't happening.
I will have to investigate the settings. I have a save, but I do believe I have a save, but I do believe that was reasonably legitimate. I don't see anything changed. I was sort of trying to follow it as we went through. So it comes down to the final battle, the Sumo. Best of 3.
At least there's still a challenge.
Oh yeah. So please get your vehicle into the ring, into the square, the other side, opposite your opponent. And while we get this final challenge set up, I will go for an, in inverted commas, advert ring.
I have a copy.
Well, what one haven't we seen yet? I think I did 4 and 2. So let's do 1. Yeah.
Do they have to drive their vehicle, or can they paste it in? This week we're going to be trying a new segment, one which we're calling Tex's Transformations. In this segment, I'm going to take an old starship and I'm going to see if a little new technology could help it become something really special. Now, my colleagues on this show, they like to talk about power, and power is important, but so is function. And when I think of power and function, well, the first thing that comes to mind is the Grafalcon Mark I light exploration freighter. They've been navigating the spaceways for over 100 years, allowing smaller outfits to bypass the expensive orbital facilities and proceed directly to the surface. Dual role capable of both a light exploration craft and mining support, this is a marvelous craft. But as a 100-year-old design, it's showing its age. Let's see if a little new technology can make it into something really special. Now, she may not be as new as the sexiest ship off the yard, but she's got it where it takes. And with a couple of modifications, you can end up quite comfortable in an old ship. Won't you come aboard? Here we have the Grafalcon Mark III. You'll probably pick out right away, we've lost the hydrogen system. What we've discovered is that with the more efficient power thrusters on the atmospheric and the ion, we can actually skip the hydrogen step all the way and still make orbit. This cuts down on the amount of storage needed for components inside the ship. And while the basic ship was bare bones, you'll find that this modified one, well, it has a couple of nice amenities. First modification, taking out that clunky ramp and putting in a brand new ladder. Don't know why they didn't think about using ladders in the old days, but that's neither here nor there. So, anybody who's been on a long space journey can tell you things can get a little ripe after a couple of weeks. So, our first improvement to this ship has been the addition of a washer and a dryer so you never have to wear the same underwear twice. We also have a full fresher facility complete with shower, but cleaning is only the first creature comfort that you find in this model. We have lovely bunk beds, which means that nobody has to get a crick in their neck sleeping in a cryo chamber. A welcome improvement, I am sure. As we proceed upwards, we can see the flight deck. We'll get to that later. But for now, the number 2 improvement, well, everyone needs their coffee first thing in the morning, and our Wedge Tex Space Coffee bar is a welcome addition to the ship. Down in the galley space, which we actually have a galley space now, no more having to eat emergency rations. You can actually make fresh food here in the galley while monitoring ship status on the ship screens above. Underneath the catwalks, you have the medical area, complete with med station, cryo chambers, another ship status display, and the gravity generator. You do lose a little functionality though, because we have lost the refinery. But I've found that with these light exploration craft, a pair of arc furnaces will do just as well for most minerals that you're going to encounter. But the really impressive stuff is up here in the flight deck. Won't you join me? As we enter the flight deck, we see that we've retained the 180-degree view out the windows, but we've tossed the old flight system displays, and we've gone with state-of-the-art cult system flight decks. Their heads-up display allow you to keep your situational awareness while keeping tabs on the ship systems. And then finally, the flight chair. We didn't change this because, frankly, this flight chair is the best one I've ever seen. Look at the view from either direction, and the view up, and the view downward. Perfect. Don't mess with perfection.
So it's time for some Sumo. But we're missing a team. Where the red team? Struggling to get through the damn doors is where red team is. I don't know what they're up to over there. We should probably go and have a look. I had my 2 cameras set up so nicely. Look at that POV in the bottom right. Doesn't that look cool with the Sumo? But then, of course, these guys had to be over here. They've broken themselves hard. What have they done? Guys, what did you do?
The ramp kind of brokers vessel.
But couldn't you lift that thing up?
Broke it off the block that it was connected to.
But I thought the point was you could lift it up and thus avoid that problem.
Because the thing can't go up ramps, the ramp smashed the block that the rotor was connected to.
I understand. Anyway, as a recompense for you guys, the other team didn't drive up here. They cut and pasted their vehicle. So do you want to paste yours back in again? Well, they were in your way from the last challenge, if you remember. So, as far as I'm aware, let me go and check, but I'm pretty sure they cut and pasted. You guys cut and pasted your vehicle up here, right?
Nope, we drove up.
You drove up?
Oh, wait a minute, no, we
pasted it up.
We
You
cut
got
pasted
rid of
it
it
out.
from the end of the thing.
Yeah, we got rid of it.
It's just
first.
they're fucking around trying to get up the ramp at the bottom of the arena. It's just like, we've done that already. Yes, they break themselves on ramps. That's why they lost the first challenge. Let's not do it again. You know?
Yep, you're right.
Wait, they get an entirely repaired vehicle now?
Their vehicle was already repaired. They didn't damage it.
They don't have the rear wheels again, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, exactly. They're aside from breaking their rear wheels off somehow, they didn't damage it.
And now they're changing something on the vehicle.
What are you guys doing? You gotta make sure that's the vehicle you had that was damaged. Or obviously missing the back wheel.
To clarify, just make sure this vehicle has to last them all 3 rounds, correct? Both of the teams. They don't get a fresh vehicle for every round. Okay.
No, they don't get a fresh vehicle for every round. No, that's the point. It's almost delicate sumo. Or brutally violent sumo.
Modifying the vehicle, just saying, so...
Okay, so just no, it is the damaged one.
No? Oh, alright.
And, yeah, I've checked. Don't worry, guys. But the deal here is, don't forget you've got that vehicle for all 3 rounds of this. So you need to keep it alive.
So do they.
No, I know, I've said the same to them. I've said that just to remind them, you know. That's the point here. So hey, you guys pre-set up and ready?
Yes.
Confident? Got your people in the right places?
Good to go.
Know what you're going to do?
Everyone back in your seats, please.
Remember, a new
I've got a
driver
guy
for
for-
every round.
Who is my
Somebody who hasn't
wheel
driven
and
for,
gyro?
for all 3.
Yeah, you got to keep switching drivers until you run out, and then when you run out, you got to go back round again in the same order.
All right, Bowman, who do you want on your wheels and gyros?
Who is the best at it? Just
Nobody who's driven before can drive in this challenge.
I have not driven.
Until you run out of people, that is, and then you can go back round again. But hopefully you guys are ready shortly. Wedge and Tex, can you go jump in, join me in the channel for a sec, and in the seats? Got to remember to update this LCD. Wedgie's terrible. Can you drag him, Tex? Wedge, you're bad, man.
I'm bad.
I said jump up, and you're just sitting there. Get over here in the seats.
I was getting in the seats.
No, the seats over here. Go on. Underneath the sumo sign with the thumbs up engineer.
Oh, Wedge is a bad influence on me. I mistakenly assumed he knew what he was doing. I should know better by now.
No, we've got a seat in this room for the sumo.
Yeah,
We're not watching
this theory.
seats.
We could be
Indeed.
in seats, or we could have our engineers in other places for epic camera shots.
That's what spectator cam's for.
I'm having a spectator and an engine. Well, that's what I've been doing anyway.
So come on.
So
So
why
it's
do-
been an
why don't I
interesting.
get a front row?
It's been an interesting challenge so far, hasn't it?
Right.
Give me your arguments for why your teams are any good. Come on. Wedgie,
I have.
why does your team not suck? Because so far, they kind of look like they suck. Tell me now.
Well, they might actually be able to lower the wedge right to the ground.
What,
And,
you think they've actually worked out how to do that now without it clanging out, or is it just going to explode? Come on now.
I mean, they might have the potential to do it if they can work out how to do it. That's, two different things. I mean, if they can get that thing scraping the floor and blue team don't do anything with the wheel offset, then the way I see it, blue team are going to go straight up onto the wedge and they're going to get shoved off.
No,
But
not
that is
thumbs up.
dependent on it
Not
falling
thumbs
off
up.
Again. And, it's fallen off pretty much every damn time, so...
Sorry, what? The facepalm animation doesn't work anymore.
No, it doesn't.
What?
I think it's facepalmy that Keen has actually broken the facepalm.
Really?
The irony.
All right, Tex. Your team had a very confident start, less so in the drag, but you're 1 point ahead at the moment. It's a 4-3 scenario. I mean, those guys finished the race, had a time, clearly won, 3 points for the second event, but your guys got the first event with 3 points, and then the second event, they moved the thing, so they get the
Indeed.
point for starting. You're ahead, but there's points on the
I would be more
cards.
confident in them if they didn't argue like a group of firefighters trying to talk about how to fight a fire. I have never heard so much arguing in a voice channel in years, and yet they seem to manage to pull through on the challenges anyway, in spite of it. It's just an amazing process.
Hearing Tex say that, I can't help but think the absolute opposite is the issue with my team. There's very, very little communication. There was very little building. There was very little communication during the build process, and that's why I led to believe that they're actually the bug. But I think the fact that they're not talking probably hurt them quite a lot in the first challenge. They spoke a bit more during the second one, which is why I think they weren't able to pull the win out. So we'll just have to see whether they can keep that up.
Well then.
What about you, Tex?
I think the bombers were overconfident in the second challenge, and that cost them. They had a looming advantage going into it, and they kind of squandered it. So I'm interested to see if they will rally up here and provide and pull this one through the win.
Well, chat, it's your time for you to call your votes as well. Who do you reckon's got the final call? We're on a 4-3 scenario coming up to the last event. As I've mentioned, we're talking about a first to
Just a
three.
reminder that this round counts double, so every win is 2 points, correct?
I think so.
Yeah. So this could get interesting. Move it
Indeed.
up.
This
First
is
to
where
three.
the nut cutting happens.
Back to your channels, guys. Let's get the teams on the go. I need to be in the middle of all of this, like referee style. Yo, and fight! Run away! Two massive things coming at me. Haha, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Where are we going to have this camera view? Let's go low down. And from perhaps side of Bomb Squad. Are they ready? Chat's money is on the blue hard. Way hard on blue. Yeah, McGregor versus Mayweather.
So Team Wedge is already modifying their vehicle. Does that mean that Team Boom can modify their settings as well? Because we're
What,
seeing
as far
rotor
as the
movement.
wheel settings and so on?
Yeah, rotor settings and wheel settings.
Yeah. Set up for the event. Just be aware there's a limited time limit. My money here is gonna have to be on... It's gonna be on whoever can stay driving the longest, and I suspect that might end up actually being the red team. I think red team might be able to drive with the least amount of their ship still alive, basically. I think that's what it comes to. I might be wrong, but yeah. I'd like blue to win. I feel like their design is more simple, but has so far proven to be much more efficient. It was unfortunate in the tug challenge that they didn't have the strength, but maybe if they end up in a straight up push, that's going to be the killer. Are our teams ready for the showdown? We have Frosty and Farrell as our two team captains for tonight. So let's have a round timer for this. Why not? Just because I can do it easily now. Space Engineers is laggy. We've begun. And I'm still in the middle of the arena. Get out of there, Wasted. Get out of there. Looks like the other team are motionless for the time being. What are you guys up to? Are you unable to move? What's happening? Is there anything going on in chat? No. Looks like they've got their front ramp too low. Their scoop is too low. They're struggling on some of the armor panels that are on the floor here. Look at them. They're struggling through though. They're keen. They think they've got this. It's a quiet fight so far though. God damn, everyone taking it real ginger. They know how damaging these ships can be if they get too fast. Who's going to go for the outmaneuver? As I said right at the start, this is going to end up becoming about maneuverability. Who has got the maneuverability? One person just took some serious damage. Who was it? Are we taking? It looks like, yep, we have lost most of the wheels on one side of the Better Dead Than Wedge. The Better Dead Than Wedge has lost all three of its wheels. In fact, they are rolling away over there. That collision has come out very poorly in the first round for the Better Dead Than Wedge. Have they got any life in them? Can they still move? Looks like they might be over. Are the blue team going in for the finishing blow? Bomb squad, they look keen. They're going for a push battle. They want to get them out of the arena, like really just score that finishing blow that says, yes, this is done. There is a little bit of life left in the Better Dead Than Wedge team. You can see it moving side to side there a little bit. They do have a little bit of locomotion remaining, but there's no way they can resist the pushing force. It does look like that front wedge is actually working remarkably well. How ironic that the wedge would be defeated by the wedge. Looks like they've got hung up on the edge of the arena. What can they do about this? The very lack of wheels is what's killing them here. Oh, and they've slid through. I'm missing the shot. Is this it? They're coming over the edge and they're out. We have 2 points. 2 points awarded to the blue team. Is there anything the other team can do to sort their current predicament? Round one winner. Wow. Tense. And that went horribly wrong for one of the teams. It looked like there might almost have been a little bit of clang. Hard to say. I mean, their design does kind of invite the clang, but... sorry, that needs to be a 1. This is just a 3, although they are worth 2 each. Blue have taken a striking win. Not even a scratch. Now, I would say if red team was sensible, they would be trying to get the wheels back on at this point. Does look like no, they've lost most of their wheel blocks when coming off the edge of the ramp as well. Time to reset. No modifications. Looking painful. Looking painful. Looks like the better Wedge than Dead might have lost this evening. With only that rear wheel remaining. A few random clang blocks sitting around on the ground. It's just not looking great for them. But hey, we're nothing if not game. Alright. Chat, what do you reckon, chat? We'll leave it down onto the chat here. Do we allow them to reset back to the vehicle they started this with? At the penalty, perhaps, that they have to potentially lose their bonus points for this final round. So they only get 1 point if they win. Because they've got to have a deficit. You know? Tex, man. I need some judgment. Yeah. I need some help.
I'd say that
let's get a wedge on
they
board.
Should be allowed to cut and paste it back in, but they have to leave the damage that they sustained. Seems only fair. Let's see what Wedge has to say on that. Wedgie.
Well, Tex's proposal here is that you have to continue fighting with the damage sustained, which is, I can kind of semi-agree with. Those are the rules. Yeah. But part of me,
in the interest of entertainment,
wants to find another solution to this, given that there is a heavy lead for the blue team at the moment. You know, they're up on 6 points as it currently stands. So I'm wondering if, in the interest of entertainment, and do not think, guys, that in most of your standard TV shows that do this sort of format, they aren't doing this behind the scenes. That's why so rarely do you see what the next challenge is before it's like time for that challenge, is so that they can fiddle the, and you know, it's all post-produced as well. So they fiddle the hell out of the scores to make sure that it's actually entertaining to watch. My proposal would be both teams get fresh vehicles. Completely fresh vehicles. But red team has now lost its bonus for this round. So they get 1 point if they win, not 2. So they really, to pull it back from the brink now, they need to win every time.
If they do that, they're still only tied though, because it's 6-4 right now. And
how
if
about
2 wins?
That seems fair to me.
If it comes to a tie after 3 rounds,
sudden death.
They both have to last in there against Shunt, driven by Wasted, or something, or the Tractor or whatever.
Both against Detractor.
Yeah.
Because Detractor will cut them up. It'll just pick them up and throw them out the arena. Okay, I think we're in agreement then. Both teams get fresh vehicles.
Both teams get
Red team have lost their bonus, so they need to win every single round now to actually be able to draw, which would take it to which would take it to a draw and both teams win, because we do have, and this is something that I needed to mention on this stream tonight, which we do have a spreadsheet and we're tracking the overall team scores as we go. So at the end of the season we will be doing some season finales, inviting teams back to come and take part again in like a kind of meta scenario at the end against me, Tex, and Wedge.
I have one question though. Do we want to offer Red Team the chance to proceed with their vehicle as is, with the standard?
Yeah, let them offer the chance to proceed as is. As long as they've not modified it, they can do that if they want. But otherwise, those are what we're doing. Like complete reset.
Okay. That seems fair.
Cool. All right, jump out to your teams. Let them know.
Okay.
Whoa. Yeah, the timer should be off, shouldn't it? Sorry. Tense. What do you think Red Team are going to go for? Let's go and listen in. I have the ability to do that. It's good.
Uses the bonus. So it's to come to a draw, because the best thing that this team can do now is draw. It has to win the next 2 sumo bouts for 1 point each. That way it'd come to 6-0, I believe, and then it'd be whoever can last in the arena longest against the tractor being driven by Wasted as the decider, if this team can win the next 2 bouts.
Okay. So we need to win the next 2 bouts. So again, you ship though, do we? Or what's going on with that?
We'll get a new vehicle, but to stay in, to come to a draw and to stay in, it has to win the next 2 bouts. So I will remove this one. And I will put a new one in. Unless someone else has got a copy of it.
I do.
Okay.
It's of course not required that you take that route, but I don't think that thing's very functional. But
I do have the copy of it as is, if you'd like to inspect it, Wasted, unless you have already.
As of the end of the last round, it had one wheel left on the left side.
And we couldn't add a wheel back on. So
I have a copy of last round's one.
So do I.
Yeah, you don't want that. It's got 3 wheels on one side and none on the other. Get it in there. Get it in there. Get yourself set up. Fresh one. Both teams get.
Hey, wait.
But it's not 2 games. It's 3 games.
Team Boom
It's first of 3.
was actually more interested in resetting back to the vehicles as they were at the end of the last challenge, not at the very beginning. So they have their connector damage, and Team Wedge has what they have at the end of the tractor pull.
2 missing rear wheels.
Yes. Getting arbitrary now, it feels.
Okay. They wanted to throw that one out there.
No. I think they removed those rear wheels themselves and for a reason. In the end.
yeah, we did, because they were messing up steering and stuff.
Okay.
There you go.
That would be almost impossible.
Alright guys, you're sitting happy and pretty here with your LGBT mascot. Hey man.
Hey, if being Aquamarine is wrong, I don't want to be right.
And then this guy who's not 100% sure yet, like semi-committed.
It looks like they're doing the same thing they did last time. They've lowered the rotors on that blade right back down to the ground again. They're going to catch on the corner lights again, and they're going to drag.
So, guys, what's happening is that they're going to have a vehicle from the end of the tractor pull, just like you guys do.
That's fine.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Fair by me.
Totally fine.
That's not what I said.
Alright, everyone get in their seats.
Well,
So that I won't
if I misheard you, please correct me.
I think you did, man. I said we just go for fresh. I felt it was arbitrary.
Get off
In
here.
your seat, please.
They have to.
Well-
You've got 1 round. It's the first to 3.
Jump in your seats so that it doesn't reset the settings.
So
Thank
they
you.
have to win 3 rounds in a row, and even then they only draw. So as long as you guys take it easy, and I don't see any reason for you to want to add your connector back on again, to be honest.
No, so can we just add that connector on and call it? Oh yeah, that's the reset.
We don't even need to bother with it. We're good.
No.
You don't need it.
Okay, we reset.
No, we don't need the connector. We'll stay as we are. We're happy with this design. This is the winning design.
Yep.
This design has gone.
Clang was with us the last round. That totally should have wrecked the side of the car
Let
when
me
I
just
was
fix the
driving.
dents here.
I already did that. I wouldn't did that earlier.
Oh, never mind then.
And
Then
then
get ready.
Dent
Get
go
ready,
to the
folks.
last
Get
car.
ready. Line yourselves
good.
up. We need the final battles.
Come on, Team Blue. Get loaded up.
We're ready.
Team Bloom is ready, Wasted.
Bomb squad.
Okay. Like we're mostly ready. Both teams together. In which case, it's time to go again. In 5. Oop, that's not 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! But what we got this time? They almost reversed off the ramp there. You notice that? Oh, they're going in hard and fast. They're going in heavy here. This is going to be a big collision. They're brave. They're brave. They reckon their front thing can take it, and they've taken no damage. Oh my word! Look at that. The bomb squad are going to be laughing at this point. They've just taken that ramp off, and they're going to go over it. You've got to be kidding me. They're going in again, and bomb squad have got them up on the ramp completely. This has got to be a win. They've barely got any wheels on the ground. They're just going to push them straight off the side. Bomb Squad's design is turning out to be a pretty awesome one. Wow, they're taking themselves to the cleaners on the reverse as well. Reversing back through their own blade. This is looking painful. They've managed to stop the reverse because they're stuck on their own blade. Can they continue to push through? I imagine they're adjusting their suspension settings on the fly. Quickly, let's jump in here and listen to what's going on with the Bomb Squad team.
Hey. We are doing good. We are shoving their entire vehicle, except for one block, out of this arena.
Yes.
Bomb Squad team sounding
You're right a
real
bit.
happy with this so
Rotate
far.
it, yeah, rotate right a bit so they push with them instead of
There you
against.
go.
Pushing it back on that horrible
Can
block.
increase power and friction
One
more.
of their team jumped out for a second. What's going on now? Kind of stuck on it. I think they might need to leave him free, or
Okay,
yeah,
they're back
let them
on all
free
of their
for a
wheels at
second.
this
I
point
love
this
it.
morning.
Yeah.
Look how deep their vehicle looks like it's biting into the
Friction is
ground. It
more
looks so
important
cool.
than power at the moment, so keep that in
So far, this is all
Okay, they're
over
back
the
on
blue
their
team,
back
but they
wheels
are
and wedged
kind
on
of
their
stuck.
Oh,
foot.
those bastards.
Which is good. That means
Those
there's no
bastards.
major damage being dealt.
They
This
turned
might
on
go
the
to
flashlights.
another round so far. They've gone with the light treatment. Just flash them in the face. That'll do it.
Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Give a bit of a run
They
up.
haven't yet worked out that she's actually stuck on something behind her. But then they could
Ironically,
use
their
that,
flipper is
that
actually
bit of
saving
bar
them at
store
the
that's
moment.
stuck behind them.
Because it's perfectly wedged on their wheels.
There
you
you
go.
They figured it out. They
Okay,
need
keep
to
in mind,
give
we took a
them
little
like
damage on the right side of the front bumper.
Yeah, they're taking damage from doing this knocking.
There we go, even it out nice.
They're way underneath now. That's a great
They're back
lift
on
up
their flipper
design.
again.
It just like sits over and their two little wedges just
can
sit
someone-
on it either side.
With the gyros, with the gyro group.
No, hang on, we're doing good. We're getting over bits of
Oh,
them that
they're getting
broke
them.
off, so
It
we're-
looks
we're
like
getting
the
over.
other team are trying to pull some sort of
the
maneuver.
bottom
Let's jump in
one,
and listen
the-
to what their
actually,
chat's
one.
like. They've got to be panicking at this point. And it's dead silent.
Try to wiggle the gyroscope back and forth to try
Oh, there we
and
go.
see how we've got two spikes. Try to use them to smash their cockpit if you can.
Oh, dirty tactic. They're going to try and use the spikes on the cockpit, but it's just not working. Drak is clearly struggling with his connection a little. Oh, every time they do that. Oh, it's a great push. It's a great push. Is this it?
Oh, it looks
They're
like they
going
got
off. They're going off. They're going off hard and fast. That's got to be it. Are they going to recover?
But can we recover?
Can you recover? It looks like you might be pinned there. That's the side with your wheels on. Can you bring them back round? Do you want to bring them back round, or is this round over. I mean, this is the round that means that you can't win it anymore. Can't even draw. Oh, it might be all over. I think that's it. I think there's no coming back from that, is there?
I honestly don't.
Yeah, I think we're on the ground now.
Think that's a ring out. Fair play, guys. Well, please reset your craft. We might as well, for honour's sake, go to the end. That was a fun battle. You guys put up a good fight. Much more so than the first round. I'll get rid of that wedge blade of yours there. Very nice, very nice. Confident victory. Convincing victory. Impressive.
That's the power of
guys.
heavy armor, guys.
I did mention it earlier. I pointed out that their design seemed to be lacking in the heavy armor front. I was like, why did they not use heavy for this? And yeah, seems to have been doing you good.
Yep.
It didn't hurt too that you guys came together as a team over the 3 challenges. You guys were bickering and arguing at the beginning, and at the end you were all about the team and about winning.
All right, set up for next time.
Congratulations. Well done.
Whoa!
Oh gosh, what's happening?
Oh my word.
Oh boy.
Well, that might
Dying
say
casualty.
something of what we needed.
Well, there goes their flipper again. That flipper was more valuable.
They weren't supposed to be pasting in a fresh one, to be fair. Being kids.
They need all the help they can get.
I'm aware.
Playing is very much.
But that's not the sort of help they wanted, I suspect.
Nope.
Let me just update the scoreboard.
Alright. So what settings do I need to put back on wheels here to make sure we're in good shape?
Somebody had them on a notepad, if I remember.
Yeah, let me just do that.
I'm looking at them.
I'm on it.
Okay, thanks.
I'm repairing the front bumper. So.
The front bumper of excellence.
Yep, it's not. There's no part of this bumper that is broken off yet.
The Vincent bumper.
It's just a scratch. The first time there wasn't even that much.
I set it all back down.
You were supposed to be pasting in the broken one, but that seems like you made your new version one. I have deleted all the blocks that are on the ground around you, so you should be alright. Even if they still seem to be there, they're not. You guys ready? Hello?
Should we?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Should we paste the one?
Do we want? Paste one in the works, but don't make one that explodes, because I'm tired of picking up pieces.
Sorry.
It's alright. They were pasting in fine earlier. Don't know why they're not now.
The two-wheel maneuver like in it, but it can also.
Get them up with me. Let's do the tractor fight. I think that'd be a fair and fun way to end it up.
We gotta. Is this one we gotta
Hello.
go to?
Yeah, it is.
All right, they've all gone to the wrong one. Here they come.
They'll figure it out. They'll get it.
Yes, we got it.
Hey guys, everyone on board. Let's go and meet up by the standing throne or whatever you want to call it.
Flyover or drive over?
Because we're gonna kind of end it there as far as the competition. Because to be honest, you guys know who won. is already kind of done. That would have been an honor battle. I think it would be more fun to end with you two both versus Datractor that we fought earlier. Or you pulled earlier, I should say. But you
That's
both...
going to be interesting.
Both teams did really well tonight. Both designs were really cool. Like, both designs actually managed to thrive at different events. So you had, while it didn't work great in some scenarios, and it had a bit of clang issues, the better wedge than dead, or better dead than wedge, sorry. It's important which way around that goes. it actually was pretty good when it came to some specific stuff. It had its moments, especially with the detractor pull. It's like there was no question there, whereas the other guys completely locked up and struggled with that. But I gotta say, simplicity seems to have won out tonight. So very, very well done to our blue team this evening. The team from Bomb Squad. Broken objects made better. Very well done, guys. It was beautiful of you all to join me. Should we finish up with a little bit of fun? So if you guys both want to get yourselves in your 100% like alive and well chips both at Blue's end, man them up and get as ready as you can. I'll get myself a tractor set up at the other end and we'll end with a ruffle fight. Why not?
I challenge the tractor to shunt after that, by the way.
Just a recommendation, the red team is using their car again, right? For this? Or
yeah,
is it just a blue car for this?
You get to use a new one.
Ours didn't take any damage, so...
This is a new one.
It's all good to go.
Yes, but which car is fighting the Dakar?
Both.
Both. We're both fighting it.
You're together.
Can we recommend to the red team, do not lower your flipper? That's probably what's been contributing to a lot of your problems tonight.
Yeah, that's what I also wanted to say. Like, the flipper was dragging across the floor, which was causing you to have and steering and speed problems. So just a friendly recommendation.
While we're setting this up, gentlemen, well thought on both sides.
Yeah, that was really well
good
done
competitors,
tonight.
really well done, and really with good sportsmanship. So congratulations to both teams for a really fine showing.
Do these guys get back their the two wheels, or are they not going to get them?
It doesn't matter if going up against the same enemy here.
I don't think they want them, to be honest.
I'm going to repair the damage.
Sorry, Wedge.
If anything, we should have them go in front of us, and we'll push them in.
Yep. Have a meat shield.
We'll use them as our new bulldozer blade.
Yep. Get dented out.
The thing is, I actually have one of those.
Yes. We noticed. It has spikes. We also noticed that.
Drive straight in and turn the rotor to full.
I still think the person who came up with the idea, hey, let's put a bar on it so we can push it backwards, is a genius.
Yeah, that was great. A really good moment, guys. Like, well thought, to be honest.
Whose idea was that on Team Boom, by the way? Because kudos.
I'm not sure.
It wasn't me.
Well, to the whole team then. That was a.
It was it Bowman?
Outside the box.
No, I
Was it
didn't
Bowman?
think of it.
No.
I
It was Donaquist?
Maybe.
I believe it's on the quest. Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
it was
think
Donaquist.
All right, guys, this is your chance to take revenge on wasted space.
Revenge on the
for all
monster.
that he's put you through tonight.
Yep, this is your chance.
Or early in the morning for some of us.
Are you guys ready?
Oh yeah, it's 4 a.m.
Ready?
Team Boom, are you ready?
We are ready.
Thank you.
Team Better Death by Wedge, are you ready?
Better dead than Wedge.
I like Texas. Purposely.
Mr. Space, are you ready to wreck some face?
I think he's muted.
I believe so. No, I'm not muted. I was busy finishing a pan, god damn you.
Just remember
God damn you.
A frying pan.
Yes, one of
We're
those.
finishing a pan, or that's just gonna get panned.
Right. Shut your faces.
Whoever's
Going off the
trying to-
side. Get ready for this.
Team Red Driver.
As long as people let
Okay, guys. There's a distinct lack of spikes on Wasted's backside, so
I have one request. Can Wasted not use his guns?
I'm not using my guns.
Nope, he's not using his guns.
See?
And there's not a
That
Lotus
was not
about
me
to
using
drop
my
in on
guns.
us, right?
You have 6 facing us.
What?
Again,
We're still
lack of
asleep.
spikes in the back. Keep that in mind.
You guys ready?
Ready.
Count us in, Mr. Tex.
All right, everyone, competitors ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you just gonna go off the
Are you
backside
killing
there?
yourself?
Are you killing
Oh,
yourself?
come on!
No.
What is this rubbish?
I'm holding down forward.
Right.
He's holding forward before the timer has begun. I see.
Do you want me to fight?
While he's still counting down, he's holding forward. He's fucking cheating. He's been caught out. Here.
Right, wasted. Wasted. I'm gonna fight in their place with my own thing.
No.
No, that's not how it works.
Let them paste it in. Come on.
Cheating.
Redeem yourselves, gentlemen. Redeem
Come
yourselves.
on now. What is this,
Cut,
rubbish?
paste it up there.
It started rolling backwards, so I pressed forward and it just didn't work.
Make sure the pilot jumps in last. Otherwise, if someone else gets into a passenger seat, it resets to it like it did for the
Okay, everyone get in your places.
Escape
Come on.
Mars thing.
Let's do this. Focus.
Yeah,
Come on,
pilot jump in
guys.
last.
Put in some effort. Otherwise, our
Driver
victory will
left.
sit hollow.
Come on, Boom. Don't get too cocky.
Seats.
Are we ready? Team
Come on,
Boom,
team,
are you
back in
ready?
your seats.
Guys, seats.
Is everyone
You're
missing?
ready.
Team?
Alright, yep.
We are ready.
Team Better Dead Than Wedge, are you ready?
Hopefully.
Wasted
Sorry,
Space, are you ready?
Turn the parking brake off.
Eesh, I guess.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fight!
Getting it.
Okay.
Keep in mind, distinct
Screw
lack of
these
space
damn
and
lights. Seriously,
distinct
Wedge.
lack of spikes in the back, and don't
Oh,
ram
I'm
each
keeping
other.
in mind. He can't turn like we can.
Yes. Don't hit the side. Don't hit the side. There are spikes there.
Why not?
Watch
That's
out
fine.
behind
Alright.
you.
I know.
Screwed up
Friendly
here.
damage.
Screwed up here. These
Not
guys are not
smart.
doing
Come
anything
on.
to me while I do this. So let me just.
It's okay, he turned a little quicker because of his bouncing around. There are some
fix my
spikes back
shit.
here, I believe.
No, there's not. On the back, there's no spikes. And
Alright.
we
Got
and
too
he-
much turn
and he
speed.
doesn't have to.
Oh!
Oh,
This is better.
Okay, that was
okay,
fun.
ram him.
Yeah.
Red team, ram him off. Push
No,
him.
you
Push,
don't.
push,
fools.
push,
just-
Push
No,
him out back.
no, I
Take
win
your
these
strength
battles.
Fire. Take your strength fire. He's
Okay.
on the
We have-
line.
Oh,
Flip
push.
him. Oh wait, no, you don't have that left anymore.
Oh,
I,
no.
I need to open my control panel so that I can turn my rotor on. They're gonna break each other doing that.
don't-
And there goes the cockpit, guys.
And tore our rotor off. The thing is beneath our wheels.
Oh, there goes our cockpit.
Yeah.
Push him.
Do you guys not
Push
have remote
him.
control?
Nope.
Sumo is owns upside down.
Weakness of the design.
Destroyed.
That's one of the few weaknesses of our design. We didn't have remote control.
That would be why we weren't ramming you guys full on, head on.
Yep.
Go.
Go. Push him from the back and push him off. I'm sorry, Rat Team, but you're sacrificial lambs.
He's not gonna let us get
Get
behind
here,
him.
you fools.
He knows our plan.
Wonder
He's
why that
almost
might
like
be.
he's in the
For God's
chat.
sake.
It's almost like he's sitting in the channel
He's
with you.
almost had to speak in the same
I'm
channel.
going to raise my plow in defiance. Aha! Get away from me, you fools. My plow is in the air. Do you not understand?
Guys, I do not have the cockpit controls for gyros or anything right now, so if anyone's gonna do anything with the gyros or the wheel friction and power, you're gonna need to do it for me.
Gyros are on. Have fun.
No luck.
They are not on.
Yeah, they are off.
They are red.
On they're off. On they're on.
Now they're on.
Oh, I had him on. Oh, I actually had him on override because I was more trying to flip him using the gyro.
Do not hit that flip.
I'm controlling your maximum speed so you don't careen off the
Okay.
side, but have enough speed to actually
That's
damage
good.
him.
You're not going to.
Oh
do.
wow, nice.
Power, power, power.
Wasted is floating for me.
You have full power, so back off, back off. You can't put him like this.
That's gonna let them get that plowing potentially.
My front wheels are so locked up all
No
the
cheating.
time.
Well, that said, it looks like we're plowing right through the plow.
We are.
I'm certain that's not supposed to be featured in plows.
This plow not rated for industrial use. Oh, there goes the cockpit again.
There again.
Okay, so definite weakness in the design there.
Yep. Quite a few kinks in design, but that doesn't mean it's a bad design. Come on, push him, push him.
Come
No,
on.
no, this is not a thing that happens.
Yeah, I think 8 wheels beats 6 wheels.
Alright, backing off.
No, but we are a lot smaller.
And the cockpit
Yeah,
again.
goes the cockpit again.
Blue team, use your bunnies to jam the wheels.
There you go.
So
No,
green
you
team,
got it.
red team.
It looks like it. No, none of that. None of that.
No, you got it fair and square
No
there.
cheating. And it is all over.
No.
Not really, it depends on whether he goes off. Oh,
Oh,
oh. Could we have a tie?
Well, you're off first, so.
I think he's stuck on the edge.
He's gonna get up. He's
push him
gonna get
down.
up.
Jump on it.
I don't think he can move, but it's
Nope.
not going off.
Nope, falls.
Everyone get behind it and push it off.
He's bottom down.
Don't mess with this vehicle, boys. There you
No.
go.
Nah, I'm not messing with his
Yeah.
vehicle. What could
I don't
possibly
know.
make you think that?
Oh, he's dropped the plow. That might do it.
He's stuck.
Yeah, you got it.
Yep, he's.
Oh,
Is he gonna pull it back from the edge? Is it gonna come back
Come
from
on,
the
you
brink?
bastard.
Jettison the plow.
Yeah, unfortunately.
there he
Yes.
goes.
Dang it.
He
sacrificed
had more
his
Damn
seconds.
right.
Wasted space.
Get out from under
Hitting
there, you
final.
fools.
I claim
Don't get me
victory
around
over the
worse than
plow.
anything else. Get
I
out
thought
of
this was gonna
it!
be an
Get out of
Italian
it!
job ending.
Okay, guys, let's organize. Let's finish this. Nicely done. Nicely done.
It's not under there.
Come on, guys, get out from under there.
Good fun, folks. Let's get up here, line up.
Holy
So
shit!
I can
holy
say
shit,
thank
holy
you for
shit,
the
get
end.
out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Someone put a warhead in there.
Not just one.
Sim Speed has had it for tonight. Everyone is the $10 million man. Please come over here and join me. Line up with your experts.
Did someone arm it? Did someone arm them?
nah.
If you shoot them while they're not armed, they don't do anything.
And while these guys do this,
Okay, guys.
get over
line
here.
up.
Come
Everyone
on,
line up. Come on.
slaggers. While these guys do this, I'll say thanks, guys. This has been a lot of fun.
Line up in teams,
I need
please.
to still get better at doing this stuff live and work out ways in sort of filling in
Totally
those
do.
boring moments.
Boom on the right with
But
me.
I'm getting there slowly. And
left.
Space Engineers is also quite
trying to
clearly
find
getting
Tex.
there
I don't see
slowly
him.
as well. I mean, look at what I've been
I'm
able to do
jumping
this
around,
evening.
so-
I see them.
We've had one clang moment, and that was mostly caused by, well, one serious clang moment, a game-stopping one.
Oh, there goes.
Oh god,
I didn't
There
finish.
goes.
there goes the tractor. That
Okay,
looks
guys,
awesome.
come on. Pull it forward.
What a wreck!
Pull
Look
it
at it.
together.
But we've had one clang
didn't do
moment that
anything.
was people actually deleting the ground rather than anything
What
else.
we're doing?
Other than that, it's been great. These guys have been great. If you guys want to get involved, remember we have a Discord server. It's linked down in the description below. This is how a lot of this stuff is organized a lot of the time. I also have an application form that isn't linked there yet, but will be in time for the end. And yeah, what can I say? I would love to get more teams involved. If you don't have a team, you don't want to put together
There
a
we
team
go.
yourself, get involved on Discord. Come and join us for this sort of mental
Hang on a
kind of
second, guys.
arrangement because it's crazy
Group
good
photo.
fun. Get closer together. Back in. Make it look like there's loads of people tight because then you can get really in close and it looks much cooler when you've got everyone in. Like front row, maybe Neil, etc.
There you go. Come on.
But yeah, it's great fun doing this stuff. It's great fun having a laugh with you guys in the community. I hope you guys are enjoying the series, even though I know I could improve on some areas. Either way, if you did enjoy it, please hit that like button. It makes a massive difference, especially with the streams. We'll be back next week for more of this sort of fun. If you've got any ideas for challenges, hit me up in the comments. If you hate the fucking video, and hit that dislike button like you've never hit it before. And otherwise, I will thank everybody watching and everybody in the channel as well for coming and joining me for this. It's been great good fun, as it always is. Finally nice to be able to show off Space Engineers and what we kind of wanted it to be to begin with. I think you guys will all agree. Not been a perfect night, but you know what I mean. Good job, guys. Good victory for Team Bomb Squad, but a very good fight from Better Dead than Wedge. Nice one, guys, and I'll see you all for the next one.